And we are live. What's up, guys? Welcome to FreshandFit Podcast. We're here with John from Modern Life Dating, man.
Hot dude life.
Yo, we got a great show planned for you guys. Let's get into it, baby. And we are back, guys. Welcome to the FreshandFit Podcast. We're here with John from Modern Life Dating. We got a great show planned for you guys. We're going to talk about so many different things: money, cryptocurrency, China, healing, inner game as a man.
Inner game.
So a bunch of stuff. Okay, so real quick, guys, patreon.com/FreshFit. Get all the behind-the-scenes content there that you can't find anywhere else, to include me kicking out girls and Zoom calls and other stuff where we help you guys become better, right? Whether it's making money, getting girls, whatever it is, we're all over there. Also, guys, we're on Spotify, Google, Apple Podcasts, every single platform you listen to podcasts. We are there. Just make sure you wear headphones and or have some kind of privacy screen so people don't know that you're listening to us, because we've had people lose their jobs for listening to our content.
Don't get fired.
Yeah, for real. Don't get fired. And that is on Anchor. Okay, link is below. It'll take you to whatever destination you want, whether it's Spotify, Google, Apple Podcasts, or a small one like CastBox. We're there. Also, FreshFitPodcastStore.com, guys, get the merch. For example, shirts, all the shirts that Fresh never wears on air, go ahead and check us out on FreshFitPodcastStore.com. All right. Also, guys, we got a clips channel. A lot of you guys might not know about this, but we actually put out clips every single day. We put out like 3 to 4 clips a day. So, that are nice little segments from the regular show podcast, which today we're going to have a bunch of clippable content for y'all guys. We're going to get pretty deep on this one. So Fresh and Fit Clips, check us out over there. Also, Fresh has a vlog channel.
Guys, for behind the scenes, man, and I'm actually going to change the direction of my channel. It's going to be for networking, lifestyle, and money. That's going to be the whole theme of the new channel. The second channel might be a little bit more dating stuff, but that's going to be in the back burner. But check it out, 100K on the way. Let's go.
Cool. And then we got also Chris. He has a Twitch channel.
Guys, follow me on Twitch and Aaron Poxon. By the way, guys, new merch.
Look at the merch. I feel like merch.
I feel like merch.
That's just pretty cool.
So, guys, cop it. Let's get it. Merch gang, we out here. ACP, merchgang.com.
I can tell what was bigger, your head or the print.
Both.
All right, fair enough. And then ladies that want to come on the show, go ahead and DM Chris. Aaron C. Poxon on Instagram. That is our producer, guys. So hit him up if you want to come on the show. Then any video reactions, hit up Fresh at Freshman CEO. It's the verified account. For some weird reason, there's a bunch of people posing to be Fresh, so check them out over there.
And bro, I do not have OnlyFans. I will never make OnlyFans. Thank you.
Damn, yeah. People really be out here just like, trying to be you, bro. It's weird.
I'm not running a cryptocurrency Ponzi scheme. I've had 3 accounts I had to strike down.
Wow.
Because they understand what's going on with me and the crypto mindset group and everything, and like they keep on making these fake accounts. Like it's somebody in the Philippines. That's all we know.
That is weird, bro.
All right. Whoever it is in the Philippines, stop
it.
Stop it, damn it.
And guys, follow Marin channel, by the way.
Oh, yeah. I got a new YouTube channel, guys. It's called Fed I break down criminal cases. And, I talk about, basically I give you guys the law enforcement side of a lot of these cases. There's a lot of lawyers that react to stuff.
Could you bring
There's people that,
on YouTube real quick?
Yep.
Because your channel's linked there, right?
It should be there when you go. But yeah, it's called Feddit, guys. FEDDIT. Basically, if you guys want to see me break down criminal cases, big cases that are all over the news or whatever, I see a lot of lawyers reacting to it, or like people that are like, content creators. But I've never seen anyone with law enforcement experience to, at my level, go ahead and break it down. And as you guys know, I used to work in law enforcement myself. So I know all this stuff from a very intimate level. That first episode, I filmed it yesterday. It's actually doing really good on views.
Yeah.
And I broke down, the different federal agencies. I broke down the state agencies. I talked about what an indictment is, what an arrest is, probable cause, how the court system works for the feds versus the state. I broke down a bunch of different things for you guys, give you a very good overview of how the criminal justice system works, because there's a lot of misconceptions out there. And then I also had a Q&A at the end where I, answered a bunch of questions. And I'm going to release another video. Get me to 5,000 subscribers, guys, and I will definitely do a video on K-Flock. I know you guys have been asking for that. I could break that one down too, the murder case. So other than that, we got John from Modern Life Dating in the house, bro. Special guest in the fucking house, man.
How's it going, bro?
John, we know who you are, but can you introduce yourself to the people, man?
first things first, I want to talk to you guys. I know that you guys have been going through a lot of shit this year. And I know that despite what anybody says, you guys are sincere, good people. I know you before you were fresh and fit, okay? And I know you after. And I'm so proud of you. And I really want to say that what you guys are doing is remarkable. Because
Thank you.
it takes a lot of balls. Because people think they think that we do this to be popular or be famous or do we want money or but all this is really doing is showing what that person who's criticizing us values. They want popularity. They want fame. They want money, right? Are we financially incentivized? Yes, we're men. We run a business, right?
Yeah,
The only reason why our business is massively successful is because we provide results.
Yep.
Okay. In 2021, you can't be a scam artist. You can't be a bad person and get away with it. There's too many avenues, like PayPal, Stripe, claims, all this stuff. You're gonna get found out.
Yep.
And all these people hating on you, right? My favorite one is the guy who looks like an extra from Hotel Rwanda.
Oh man.
Oh God.
Oh God.
That guy's pretentious level is off the charts. But anyways, I wanted to say I'm proud of you guys, and I know you guys have been getting a lot of garbage, and you don't deserve it. So I brought you guys some gifts. I don't know if anybody.
Oh,
wow.
shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Has anybody ever given you guys gifts on the channel?
Yeah, Brandon Carter.
Brandon
did.
Carter gave
Shout
us
out to
the
him.
gifts.
Well, from one millionaire to another, we both got some. got
Get
some
from
good.
MLD, man.
Get a gift from
So
MLD.
look.
Oh shit,
Oh
man.
Lord.
Myron, I got you this here.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
wow.
Merry
Merry-
Happy holidays.
Yeah,
boss.
I guess.
See ya.
Is this a Merry Christmas for the Muslim guy?
You can't say it. You
Once?
gotta say Happy holidays.
I gotta say Happy Holidays. I gotta keep it politically correct.
yeah.
Go ahead, open it up.
Okay, let's
Oh,
go.
shit.
Let's go.
Let's
Live on
see
air, man.
What this is?
Man, all the way from Tokyo,
All the way
Guys,
from
I don't know
Tokyo.
what this is. This could be something crazy.
Japan.
I
Dr.
don't
Dude
know.
had a blicky.
Oh shoot. Oh man,
let's
what
see
is
here.
that? What is that in the box?
Oh shit!
What is that?
He got me the
Oh.
Apple headphones, man.
Hey.
The AirPod
Yo,
Max.
He
the
uses it.
AirPod Max, bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, thank you so much, bro. Holy crap, this is not cheap.
I'm tired of you using those dirty old Beats
Both.
by Dre's from 2012.
or the
Hey,
AirPods.
thanks,
So-
man. I appreciate
love,
that.
man. That's
I use the Bose headphones, the Quiet Comforts, but they're old. They are old.
They are old and ugly, and they're not. You need this for you. This is more. This is what
It's
the
very
people-
elegant.
This is the kids are using these days. So I
Yo,
got
thank
love,
you so
man.
much, man. Shout out
welcome.
to John for getting me this as a gift,
Yeah.
bro. This is expensive, man. You really shouldn't have, man.
It's okay. It's not worth it.
I mean,
He got
like-
money.
he got money, but goddamn, bro, still.
Well,
Thank you so much, man.
Well, I got something. Well, I see you've been copying my style, wearing bathing ape. So I
Just a bait.
I
Oh,
actually
wow.
decided to get you something. This is a limited edition. You can only get this in Tokyo, Japan.
What?
So that is from
Bruh.
Whoa.
that's from the Shibuya Bathing Ape store. It's
Bro,
Lotion.
it's a Japanese large. I hope you
Yeah.
could fit you.
I'm about a cream pie right now.
Oh.
Whoa, hold up. I
So-
can open this on. Hold this.
Yeah, I got you. I'll.
Bruh.
This is
Yeah.
for his
See,
vlog.
Cause bro, I love bait, man. I freaking love bait.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're not gonna see anybody in Miami wearing that. That is exclusive
Oh.
from Tokyo.
Oh, I love the back, bro. Oh my
Hey,
Yeah,
and
lit,
then-
lit.
Now,
Straight
whoa,
out
whoa.
of the Shibuya premium store.
god. Sheesh.
So
Yo, man, shout out to MLD, bro. This is dope. I'm probably gonna wear this tonight.
Damn.
Yeah.
There you
Bro,
go.
that man,
It's
we need to
funny.
get this guy a gift now. Goddamn.
Yeah, I love when
It's making us look bad on our own show.
No, it's because like
It's
I
all
love when
good.
it's a small pattern.
it's all good.
Small pattern at the front and the back has like a lot of words. That's dope. I didn't even know that you knew that.
Yeah, no.
That's fire.
I got Chris. I also got you something, buddy.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
Okay. Okay.
So Chris, I didn't know what you like or whatever, but it's just should I just tell you what it is?
No, if you want to open it on air.
Chris, come in.
Come
We
here,
got
come
the
here,
moving
come here.
camera. Come on camera real quick.
Listen, it's nothing extravagant. It's nothing crazy, but it's just it's not Kenzo either. This is from the shirt I'm wearing, but it's just simple. But because I really didn't know what, but
Hopefully it's
I
fresh
didn't want to show up and give you nothing. But it's just a bunch of Japanese candy.
Oh,
Okay.
hey,
Palaka, nigga.
Eating the crunkies.
Oh, that's a bunch of. Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Hold on, I'll say
That bag
this.
is full.
MOD, this is perfect gift. You know why? When he gets high with some random girl, they can have munchies and get together.
That's true. That's true. Hey, man.
Enjoy.
Yo, man. Shout out to John bringing the fucking gifts,
So,
man. God damn,
Look,
bro.
'cause I just want to say, like, all these people. I just want to say, like, I know you guys behind the camera. I knew you before you were cool. Like, you know, I knew who you really are.
Right.
And then, you know, you guys got popular stuff, not because of, like, you're buying followers or doing anything illegitimate crap. Like, you guys are good people, and a good message gets reciprocated with a good audience. And in today's day and age, a lot of people don't have business sense. They're really retarded. And so, do we just get demonetized?
Potentially, who cares? It's fine.
Sorry, I'll buy more gifts. But what I'm trying to say is that, like, people don't seem to realize that, like, along with good content comes people who buy, and they reward you with money. You know, this is not like only simps or anything here. You know what I mean? Like, you're providing a valuable, legitimate service, and it's in business. When you provide a good service, you get money. Yep. It's just like business 101. A lot of people are consumers. They're not producers, right? So they don't understand our side of the game.
Yeah. Very true.
So
very true.
Just wanted to start off the show with some positivity, make you guys feel good about yourselves. Don't let those haters take you down, because that's what they do. They sit there and they are envious and super jealous of us. And they're our unpaid marketing team, and I love them. I love them. Continue to work harder for me, please.
Yes.
Damn, son.
Oh,
Where'd you
man.
find
Bro,
that?
Yes.
love.
No,
Yes,
man,
John.
that's
Please
crazy,
enjoy.
love, bro. Shout out to John from Modern Life Dating,
Yeah.
guys. And I got to say this, too. I talked about this when I had Donovan on and Troy as well. For some of you guys that don't know, John was a critical component of our success. You know, I as you guys know, I used to work for the federal government. I was an agent first, and I met John in 2019. 2019. I signed up for his body language mastery course. We started talking offline. I started providing value to his group from the fitness perspective. And, you know, we had the big Zoom calls where John would have like 200, 300, 500 guys in there, you know, and I'm sure by now it's even more so. And those Zoom calls, and we would, you know, he gave me a platform to showcase my skills, and I was able to make a YouTube channel. He was a big part of me starting a YouTube channel, putting out content in the first place. And I learned a lot from John. I wouldn't be where I'm at now without him. You know, he taught me how to launch courses properly. We released Pandemic Pickup together. And a big part of my success from, you know, digital marketing and everything else comes from John. We met Jeremy through John. You know, shout out to Jeremy. We learned how to run a YouTube channel through John, learned how to live stream through John, getting proper equipment, microphones, all that stuff in the beginning came from John. He was the first person to really give me that inspiration, man. So we got to definitely give you your flowers as well and say thank you. And I want to say this too, because a lot of people make it and they forget about those that help them get to where they're at. And one thing that we pride ourselves on this podcast is we always bring back the guys, the day ones that helped us get to where we're at now. And because there seems to be this really bad habit in the Manosphere where guys make it and then they retract the ladder. They don't help their guys come up with them. And for us, it's like we shout you out all the time. We shout out Troy. We shout out John from Modern Life Dating, Rollo Tomasi, etc. We want you guys to grow with us. So you guys better go click that link, Modern Life Dating, and subscribe to his channel, guys, because without John, we wouldn't be where we're at today. You might not even have a Fresh and Fit, honestly, if it wasn't for John.
And actually, just after this as well. So funny story. I met you through Myron because I was helping with body language mastery, the course. And I'm not gonna lie, I thought Emily was a dick, bro. Like just a straight dick.
I get that often.
Like pompous, arrogant. But then he came to Miami. I met him for the first time in person, and it was like, bro, this guy's humble. He's a good person. He actually cares about his people. And it's funny because the value he brings, no one on YouTube is doing that. Like you actually go behind the scenes, you go behind psychological reasons why people do what they do. You go to deeper inner game, and that's important because guys have to develop within first to become outward. So for you, bro, shout out to you, man, for adding value, and you're a good person, bro.
And sorry, bro.
Go ahead, Chris.
And me and John is born in the same hospital, by the way.
Jackson Memorial. Jackson Memorial.
Thank you, Chris, for adding in unnecessary commentary as usual.
Jackson Memorial, where all the poor people are born.
You know, and no, man, just definitely like, bro, thank you. We're happy to have you here. Just so you guys know, he called me out as soon as he walked in. He was like, "You didn't come to my to my event." And I was like, listen, man, we had 2 shows that day. We had Donovan Sharp, we had Troy right after. So I had to get, actually, they went to go do the Hot Dude Con here in Miami.
Yeah.
And because I had just had pizza with Troy and Donovan right before they went to go with you. And then I had to come back, get the studio set up, and prepare for Donovan's show. And that's what happened. But no, man, I just want to let you know on air and everybody else out there that might have not seen me why I couldn't come is because we had 2 shows that day. I had to prepare for Troy and Donovan. But I'm happy to have you here, bro. I'm really excited. I mean, we booked this like a month or 2 ago.
Yeah.
Me and Freshman obviously excited about it. You know, John asked me a few times, like, are we still on? I was like, hell yeah, we're on, bro. We already made the announcement like for a couple weeks now. You definitely got to come. So, so guys, this guy is a critical component to our success and where we started, man. So thank you so much, bro, for the love. I think this is what it's about.
I am the real godfather of the Manosphere.
Rolo is punching the air right now.
I told you.
And guys, real talk. John introduced me to Richard Cooper. He introduced me to Rolo Tomas. He introduced me to Troy. He put me on Rule 0.
Yep.
Without John, you guys would not have a Myron Gaines. So it's an honor to have you here, man.
Yep.
And we got to give you your flowers.
I you know, and that's what I do with my brands, because like, you know, my philosophy is that now that I have achieved, you know, success or whatever that may be labeled.
Definitely
as,
successful.
right? You know, well, of
Millionaire.
course, yeah. Well, you know what I mean. When you get $1 million, you realize it's not that much. Like you realize we'll talk about that later in the show
For sure.
But like, you know, I'm the $10 million man. Between all the brands that I've helped, Charlie, Cultivate Crypto, Miguel, Dollar Cost Crypto, Rola's brand, Donovan, Troy, Paul, Apex Mindset, like all these guys collectively over this last 2 years, $10 million in revenue has been generated directly because of me.
Sheesh.
And I don't ask for anything back. All I ask for is just like, hey, like when you get famous or you make it or whatever, like just don't be a dick after. Right, because I see some people get like, you know, just a little inkling of clout or an inkling of money, and they're like, "Oh, fuck this guy, I don't need him." You know, like now let me make a hate list about this guy, or let me make a hit video. I'm just like, Christ,
Which is disgusting when I see that, bro.
Yeah,
like anyone in the sphere that helped us come up, I always say you always have a seat here,
Facts.
no matter how big we get.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's very important because so many people retract that goddamn ladder, bro, instead of putting a hand down and saying, come up with us.
No,
My thing is, if you made it in life, bro, like why not help people that want to make it as well? And look, if you already made it and you're successful, you don't really need much more. So it's like just help out.
And let me make this very clear. John doesn't need us at all. He's already made his money. You know what I'm saying? He's done it through, and he doesn't really need to be on YouTube either anymore.
Yeah.
You know, he's already made well over $1 million from crypto
He's adding
investing,
value now.
which we're going to talk about, guys. But
ban that guy.
shout out to Rolo Tomasi. Rest in peace to Pat Campbell.
Yeah, R.I.P.
But yeah, man, the love is genuine, guys. Like I said, the haters are gonna hate, man. But we got a strong network of guys here that we can trust and rely on. And notice how we move, guys, where we put each other up and we bring each other on each other's different platforms to work with each other and make sure everyone wins. Versus the haters, like they only get together to hate. So, so John, we know who you are, man. Can you introduce yourself to the people?
Right. So, okay, my name's Jonathan. I run Modern Life Dating, the YouTube channel, and so people just think it's just a YouTube channel for dating, but it's 3 parts. It's modern, it's life, it's dating. It's how to get along in the modern world, how to live your life as a man, and how to navigate the dating marketplace as a man. Because people, like, the biggest fools out there are men who think that they don't need help understanding women and the female nature and game, right? Because you know, what is like the typical uneducated guy say, like, oh, you know, game is like pickup lines and like game is like manipulation. Like, no, this is what game is. Game is understanding how females work psychologically and then adjusting your behavior to get a favorable outcome with this chick consensually, whether it be sex, relationship, marriage, whatever case may be. You're gonna need a certain skill set to understand, is that woman in front of you worthy of you? Is she an honest person? Is she a liar? Does she have integrity, right? A lot of guys, they project what they want the woman to be. And women see this and they're like, okay, this is who he thinks I am. So I'm going to play the role, right? And it's cool for the woman to do that, but it's also really important that you identify that so you don't get caught up in a false reality that ends up crippling men. This is why dudes off themselves. This is why dudes simp. This is why dudes shoot other people when they catch the chick cheating, when they saw like 1,000,000 red flags before. They're like, no. It was just this one time. It was just this. It was just that. So you know, it's important to understand that because it's super dangerous because we're like guys, women and men are not the same. Like we want sex more than women do.
Yep.
Like we build cities for sex.
Facts.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, we went to space to see if there's chicks up there. You know?
Yeah.
Like, can we fuck these chicks? You
Yeah.
know? But it's just how we are as men. And I think that the first thing we need to acknowledge as men is like, we do want sex. We do want relationships. We do want women. Right. And then secondly, how to navigate that, because now in the West, the law has, kind of become intermingled with our day-to-day lives recently with what's going on, but more so relationship-wise, divorce court, child support, alimony, all that stuff. And these chicks know this stuff, bro. And here's the thing. I'm gonna set this frame straight for the show right now. I am not saying that like women are just this inevitable boogeyman coming to like kill you and destroy your life. Like, dude, there are good women out there. I have good women in my life. Yeah. I have relationships with like fucking amazing chicks, right? And there are good girls out there. But you would be a fool to just assume every girl you meet is a good girl. You need to trust, but also vet them. Bam. And there's nothing wrong with testing people, especially if you're like us, basically everybody in this room, high value man, right? And quantifying that based upon fitness, finances, intelligence. If you do not vet people in general, okay, you're going to get finesse. You have to be at our level. I had a house party in October, right, in Tokyo. And I trusted some guy that I know for a little bit to invite people in. And, he invited people over and I provided champagne to everybody. I said, yeah, everybody come on in. It's cool. But come to my place. One of my rooms, I had just due to the chaos, I forgot that my Rolex was on display in this room. And somebody at the house party stole my Rolex.
Oh, fuck.
And it was not that expensive. It was like $14,000, but it was
not
still
that expensive. $14K, whatever.
Well, I mean, Mr. fucking Iced Out.
Listen, man, that's not the point.
We're gonna make fun of their diamonds later, but and then I had this realization, I'm not normal anymore. Like I have more to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the thing is this too, right? When you become a high value man, because I know people like to say chase excellence, not women. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Because when you become a high value man, the type of woman that goes after you is a more skilled predator. Mm-hmm. Not all of them, but you do target a higher caliber like predatorial woman. I mean,
true, dude.
You don't believe me? Take a look at the NBA. How many baby mamas took to the NFL?
Facts.
Bro, they have group chats of how to date an NBA player and what to do, what not to do.
And how to fleece them. Yep. I know. And the thing is, that same NBA guy, he thinks oh yeah, she's a good girl. He just projects that she's a good girl. Next thing you know, he's paying $100,000 a month in child support.
Yep.
A kid could fucking eat diamonds for a month straight. It wouldn't cost $100,000.
Yeah, facts, bro.
You know what I mean? So it's so important for guys to really understand what the real world is like and just not let any old fucking chick into your life. Mm-hmm. Because again, I'm not trying to say that all women are evil and they're all just cheating whores, conspiring oh, it's time to fleece this motherfucker. But there is a subset of women out there that exists that will do that to you and that do that on a daily basis around the globe. Every country, every nation, every race, every age. Okay.
And we're going to talk about international dating in a second, guys, by the way. Don't worry. We're going to break down so many things today, man. I hope you guys are ready. Go ahead, Fresh.
And just to add to your point, so like you said earlier, a lot of guys think that they don't need to have game or even learn the process. And I would just say, when you're out here in the world, right, what do guys really want? We want sex. So you can lie to yourself and say all day, oh, I don't need girls, I don't need that, blah, blah. Problem is, the truth is, you really want girls. Now, when you master this skill, now you're free. Because you're not thinking about, okay, can I get sex today? Is it going to be a mission today? Is it, okay, you know what? I got girls lined up. I can focus on my passion, my purpose, and my mission. That right there is true freedom because now you're not chained to your sexual urges. Mm-hmm. If you can master that, you can get women, then you're good to go from there.
Absolutely, man. Yep. And I think that's why it's so important, for guys like you out there to, because I remember when we used to do the Zoom calls almost 2 years ago, you would say, hey, you need to figure this out and get this handled, this part of your life handled, so that you could focus on other things, just as Fresh was saying now, because so many guys focus too much on women, can't figure it out, and it starts to burn them in other facets of their life. Or it comes back to bite them later on. They only focus on making money, becoming successful. Then they become successful, and then bang, like we talked about
NBA
before,
players.
predatory women come into play, and they're not trained or properly, prepared
Right.
to deal with these types of women.
Yeah.
You know?
It's so important because that's like, because I think Clary's talking about it too. And shout out to Aaron Clary.
Shout out to him.
The poorest member of Rule Zero.
Cappy, we love you, bro. Cappy.
But with Clary, he says like, don't focus on chicks, and I'm just like, look, like, I understand where you're coming from, but you're coming from a guy who's already ran the race.
Yeah.
You've made peace with that because you've lived your life. You've had sex with the girls, and then you've realized it's not worth it for you. And he still has a chick that he goes home to.
Yeah.
But the thing is, these guys, when they don't have these sexual experiences, they really can't, like,
They have no comparison.
they can't get it out of their system.
Yeah.
You can't jerk it off out of your system. You can't fuck prostitutes out of your system. Like, you want to get it handled, and it's natural for men to want women. So it's like saying, like, look, don't breathe oxygen.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, well, I'm gonna fucking die. So it's important for guys to. I don't think guys should run away from this. This is why I shun the MGTOW movement, because I think ultimately the MGTOW movement is just a bunch of guys that are not really want to take accountability for who they are as a man, and looking inside and looking at what they're missing, what's wrong with them, right? And we're gonna talk about that too with the inner game.
Sure.
But because I think it's a very hard thing for guys to do, look inside themselves and think and come to the conclusion, like, okay, like, there is something wrong with me. Like, I'm doing something wrong. Like, there's a reason why I keep on, like, overdrafting my account and I'm broke. There's a reason why I keep on going back to drugs. There's a reason why I keep breaking my diet. There's a reason why, I keep freezing when I'm supposed to talk to girls and approach them, right? There's always a reason. And the answer, like, shout out to Mr. Lucario, the truth is inside you, right?
Yep.
And that's where you
Shout out
gotta
to
find
Lucario.
all this. And I'm all over the place.
No, don't worry. So, no, it
I'm
actually
ready to go though. I think it's the bang.
Yeah. It's got you going. So we're gonna transition over, man, because I'll read the chats real fast, and then we're gonna get into it, because I want you guys, because I know John very well. He's a good friend of mine. We speak all the time. I want you guys to know his come up and how he started. So I'll read these real quick. This is a very special show that we got for you guys. Let's see here. And these always end up being like the best shows because we know each other so well. Mike Schenk, 808, gave out 5 community subs. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate
brother.
that. Shout out to
Thanks,
our Twitch
Mike.
ninjas out there. And then as far as Super Chats go, we got Ricky Webster, $10. Hogwood and Fresh and Fit 2024. Boom Baby and French Toast Props Dude. Thank you so much. $10
Ricky in the
Ozzy
building.
G-Man. Greetings from California, MLD and FNF. Thank you so much. Augie, shout out to FNF fam. What's up, John? Love you, buddy. Hot Dude Con was great. $5 from
There
Augie.
you go.
Thank you. Black Bruce Lee, MLD and FNF together. Better team up than the Avengers. Yep, got y'all, man. $5, Roy Barnes. Fantastic first stream on Fedit. Very knowledgeable. Just want to say I made 6 figures this year, and my ex reached out and left her on red. Hey, City Boys, we up, my nigga. All right, and then we got David Jones, $20. Cream pie for life. Hot Dude never pull out. Hot Dude life never pull out. All right, Taha Slawi. Just found your page through Joker. Love the message. Keep up the good work. Okay.
All right.
Breakdown DAOs. Passive income. Just started doing great APY. That's from Red One. Joshua Deal. Fresh. I DM you about Smash Bros. Still waiting for you to take the L, bro. Much love. FNF. Looking forward to the show while working right now. Okay.
Bro, let's do it, bro.
And then Scudum Chibum 893. Shout out to John from Phoenix, Arizona, and Hot Dude Con San Diego. Yep, I was out there in Phoenix a couple years ago with y'all. It was really fun. Dung is fun. I see as on your channel you are getting paid for those. What?
Paid for what?
I am
I'm
confused.
confused.
But anyway, guys, his channel is tagged in the description. Please go subscribe to this channel, guys. And then we got I love Myron Cooks. Okay. I move Myron Cooks. Yo, Fresh, would you ever use your moderators to help you make better questions to ask girls? And yo, Chris, sound like he in a hot pocket. That's facts.
You know what I might do? If I go live with another girl, I'll say, you know what? You guys ask questions in Super Chats. There you go.
All right, Amari, $5. Myron, you going to have to send the haters their W-2 forms next week since they're on the marketing team. Solo, $10. Shout out to FNF fam and Hot Dude Army. John, did you yell at Myron to buy more ETH? This is about to be a fire show. Pay attention, fellas. The masters are in the house. Yes, he did. Last year he did, and I've been buying Ethereum ever since.
Yep.
Got a new token for you guys today.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
okay. All right. We're going to talk about crypto as well, guys. I know a lot of you guys are like, oh, yeah, crypto. We're going to cover so many things on today's show. King Life, $10. Guys, believe it when I say your ability to get business is your game on display. A hater in Brazil.
Oh God.
Okay, a hater in Brazil back when he has a workshop in NYC back in 2017. Nobody wanted his product. He was a drunk slob. God damn,
Oh,
shots
boy.
fired. I ain't even going to say.
Favela life
I'm just going to
mastery.
leave it right there.
King Life.
And then $10 from Burning Wolf. Question for MLD. Got a busy career. Building and construction takes lots of time. So how could I build career and develop game? Not just smash girls, but build a girl into something worth investing in. We will talk about that. King Life again, $5. Fresh, say this.
We're not focused on beating the haters anymore. Now we already beat y'all. We focus on anime bitches now. Chris, pull up the numbers.
And then Extra Guac, all the way from Philly. Shout out to you, Extra Guac. I know who you are.
Yep.
Shout out to MLD and FNF, changing men's lives globally.
Thank you, brother.
And that's for all you guys out there, man. But guys, this stream is not going to be to hate on other, content creators, man. We're here we don't hate, we create, guys.
Yep.
So it is what it is. They can make their videos and hit pieces on us. We're going to give you guys value. That's what we're here to do. All right, so John, you live in Tokyo, Japan right now.
I do.
Originally from Florida,
I am.
born here in Miami, lived in Orlando growing up. Can you, and you moved, you left the United States
Right.
and you started your business. Can you take us from A to Z, what it was like growing up in the United States, Orlando, and then what made you transition over to Japan and how you started your business?
Oh, that's,
Yeah, it's a bunch of questions in one, but I figured since you're
okay.
you're
So-
already ahead of the game, so I was like, let's do it.
All right. So
Your story.
I'll kind of tailor my story for the message I want to talk about today, which what I want to focus about today is the root of every guy's problem,
Right.
whether it be because I've now transitioned from just saying money, muscles, game to money, muscles, game, frame, the core four.
Okay.
Every man needs this: money, muscles, game, and frame. Frame is very, very, very underrated and
Appreciate it.
underappreciated and under discussed because that's where most guys screw up in their relationships, is maintaining the frame, right? That's why I say make money, make muscles, learn game, hold frame, okay? And so inner game is the thing that I've really come to understand that is the root of all problems that men are having, right? And inner game is your self-esteem and how you feel about yourself, your insecurities, whatever it may be, right? We have every insecurity in the world. Guys say, everything boils down to them saying like, I'm not good enough, right? Guys say, I'm not tall enough. I'm too short. I'm not jacked enough. I'm not rich enough. I'm Asian. I'm Indian. I'm black. I'm white. I'm whatever it is. They have this negative dialogue and negative conversation going on with themselves on a consistent basis. And that is the root of all of their problems. Okay. So my story starts off with me being born here, right, in Miami, Florida. So my mom is, she's an immigrant from Trinidad and Tobago. And my dad, he was white, right? So I never met my dad. The story of them meeting is kind of like a vague because I really don't know too much. All I know is my dad was like 40 something, maybe 44 and 44, 42, and my mom was 18. And he picked her up off the beach in Trinidad. They got married, and then she had me when she was 19. And then when I was born, I like to make a joke. So my dad saw I was a little too brown, and he left.
Let's jump in. Let's jump in.
So he saw that. He said that baby's a little too brown for me. I got to get out of here. But I make light of it. But I really don't know the context of it.
Yeah.
And so he left, and then when I was 15, my mom, I think it was 15, my mom sat me down on the bed. She's like, I need to talk to you about something. I was like, what's up? She's like, your dad died. I was like, I don't care.
Oh, shit.
Because it's like, it's just like, you don't know
What you don't know.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
you never had it, right? So, but I didn't realize all of the, I grew up in a really toxic, abusive household, right?
Yeah.
And so when I was being raised, my mom was helping her sister come to the United States, right? Kind of like the immigrant story. Like,
Of course.
I made it to America. Let me help my family get
Exactly.
to America, right?
Yeah.
And so she brought over her sister. And the sister was like a toxic narcissist, right? And anything you know about narcissistic people is like they're really, really, really tortured individuals. And so we were raised Pentecostal, and Aunt Millie came over, right? And so Aunt Millie came over with her 3 children, and her kids were just equally as fucked up as she was, right?
Okay.
So from ages 8 to about like 12, my cousin, which was Aunt Millie's child, he would consistently beat me up like very badly, right? I'm talking like I would be pinned on the bed, and there was like a white wall next to the bed, and he would just be punching me in my nose over and over, and I would see like my blood like splatter up against the white wall. Like this is like happening to me when I'm like 8, 9, 10, like on a frequent basis. And then after I got my ass beat like that, I got verbally told I was like demon possessed. I wasn't a good enough Christian. I'm gonna burn in the lake of fire. I'm gonna go to hell forever. You got to read your Bible. And you know, when I was like 9, 10, I was like being forced to read the Book of Revelations. Like at 10, like you should be, you know, playing Pokemon and like eating ice cream and climbing trees, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like being viciously beaten, and then on top of that, being like verbally broken down. And this is a child, right?
Yeah.
And so this was like really hard for me as a kid. But when you're a kid, you don't realize that you're dealing with monsters at the time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because your parents are like God, right? And if God came to you and was like, you're a piece of shit, you're like, okay, well, you're God, so I must be a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
So how can I, you know, you know, do whatever needs to be done to get your love? Because as a child, that's all you want from your parents is love and comfort, right? Mm-hmm. So that had really kind of like set my internal frame and my internal belief system down a very bad path, right?
Yeah.
Just an unhealthy path, right? Yeah. And so I was lucky enough to be raised into church that, you know, my mom...
And this is the 90s now at this point, because you were born in 88, right?
85.
85, okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, just so people kind of get an idea. This is before cell phones and social media and all this other stuff, you know, where kids growing up with iPads. This is before that, guys.
Right. So, that being said, I did have like a little bit of saving grace from the church because, you know, my mom was like typical mom, like, you know, there's like a meme, like it says like, you know, there's like shows a chicken really beaten up. It's like when your mom whooped your ass in the parking lot right before you went to church. I don't know if you've ever seen that. But anyways, it was a typical thing. Like, you know, mom put on the fake face for everybody. Like, yeah, everything's good at home. Like, we're good Christians. Hi, pastor. Hey, we paid our tithes, whatever. Go home, get your ass beat, right?
Chaos back there.
Yeah, but it was good because I got like a semblance of kindness and like normalcy by going to church.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
Right? But when I went home, it was just like chaos. And like every nightmare you heard about single marital households, like 9 times out of 10 it's true.
Yeah.
Sure. So I had to deal with that, right? And then luckily there was like some male mentors in the church that like kind of saw like I was like a little, like I had potential. And they took me under their wings, and like I was able to like get some self-esteem. I ended up like joining a couple of like drama committees. I ended up winning like a national championship in 2002 in New Mexico when I was 16. It was awesome. Performed in front of like 7,000 people. Got first place in the United States, and like tens of thousands of people were there. And I think that was like my little bit of my saving grace, because if that wouldn't have happened, I don't know where I would be, right? But when you grow up without a dad, and you grow up as a man not knowing how to be a man, that's like the number one thing you want to think, right? You're like, how do I be a man?
Yeah.
Right? I had to teach myself how to shave. I had to teach myself how to tie a tie, right? This is before YouTube. I had to like sit there and be like,
of course, yeah.
All right, this is wrong, you know?
Yeah. YouTube, guys, just so you know, YouTube is like a fairly new like thing that is becoming so popularized. Like this did not exist. Or you could go back even 10 years ago, YouTube was not as popular as it is now. And people would laugh at you if you watched YouTube tutorials back in 2010.
You guys are blessed to have YouTube and have us, because, bro, when we were growing up, we didn't have this like, at all. So you guys are lucky.
No, yeah, we had to do it the hard way. So anyways, and that's when I started to realize like it was really important for me to learn how to be a man. And it was like an insecurity. It was a complex. Yeah. Because I was like, I always felt, you know, like I really like Tom Brady, because he always talks about how he always had a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah.
And I've always had a chip on my shoulder too, right?
Gotcha.
And so I think the chip can drive you, but the chip was coming from a place of deep insecurity, right? And I was kind of like, I just want to fucking show people I can do it.
Mhm.
Like I want to prove to these people, you know. I don't want to say it was necessarily a toxic place, but it wasn't really the healthiest place to come from.
Mhm.
However, it did fuel me to get to where I am now.
Yeah.
So I always just was driven, you know. I guess it's a genetic factor or something along those lines, but I was always driven. And as I was growing up, like I didn't have like this typical blue pill story, whatever. Like I lost my virginity when I was like 24, nothing like that. I was like, I think I was left alone enough that like the system couldn't blue pill me, because I think blue pill is a luxury for people. I think
It is.
you know,
It is. It's you know, blissful lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
like there's not a lot of blue
Awareness.
pill people in the hood. You know what I mean? Because poverty is in your face.
Yeah.
Right. And I kind of grew up the same way. So long story short, I was able to cultivate my masculinity through a series of mentors that I met in church, met a lot of charlatans, met some great people, and I was able to like build myself up to be the first person from my college, from my family to get a college degree, and then completely financed by myself.
Yep. Where'd you do undergrad?
Psychology,
Okay. At what university?
University of Central Florida.
Bam.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's a bachelor's in science, not a bachelor's in art. So I did that, and then you know, I had realized that despite me, this is gonna sound crazy, but it's hilarious. Despite me having all these accolades, I got my college degree. I worked at a really good company at the time, Aon Hewitt, like multi-billion-dollar company.
Mhm.
Right.
Sales?
No, I was a how can I say this? Like identification verification person.
Okay.
You know, I'll verify people's identities and like make sure. Basically, I like called people up and like, prove who you are. I'm going to cut your insurance.
Okay.
It's
all
pretty
right.
pretty evil job.
Yeah.
You know, but they hyped me up as to like, this is what you need to do. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, no, I don't think so. Anyways, so I had everything that, you know, society told me I
Mhm.
needed.
How old are you at this point now?
So I was 26.
26. All right.
Right. So I had the college degree.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I had the fancy job.
Mhm.
I had the new car.
Yep.
Right. I had everything that I needed.
This is what, 2010, right? If I'm not mistaken.
2012.
2012.
12,
Okay.
11.
Yep. All right.
12.
Just so people kind of get an idea of where we're at now. 26, 2012. You got a job, graduated from college, 26 years old. Have a good. How much were you making at that point?
It was nothing crazy. It was like $17 an hour, $18 an hour.
Okay, so around 40K a year.
In 2020 or
40K a year,
2012.
something
So
like
not bad for
Yeah.
right out of
Single
college.
guy, like, you know, yeah. And in Florida too. Florida's cheap, guys. Well, back then it was. I mean, it's increased now, but Florida's fairly cheap. And you were in Orlando at the time, right?
Yes.
Okay. I just
right.
painted a picture because I want the guys to know exactly where you're coming from at this point.
Right. So that being said, I was sitting in my cubicle one day and I was just like, I don't feel like a man. Like I just don't feel like this is what it's supposed to be. So I started researching masculinity and stuff, and then it came to be a thing that I came upon called a rite of passage. Do you know what that is? RITE, rite of passage.
Yes.
Okay, so for you guys at home that don't know what a rite of passage is, it was like something that you had to do at home in your tribe to prove that you're a man, right? So
Similar with like Judaism, you know, going back to Israel, right? Something like that.
a little bit more of a challenge. Like
Okay.
they would be like, okay,
In the jungle, like kill a wolf, or like come back to
Yeah.
your father with the wolf's
exactly.
skin or something.
So they would
like
say
that.
like, okay, like you know, hey, you know, Jack, here's this knife. Like, go into the forest, kill a wolf by yourself, bring the skin back, and then we're gonna give you a house and a wife, and we're gonna have a ceremony to prove to the tribe that you are worthy as a man.
The movie 300, that's what they did, right? They sent them out to fight, and then they came back.
Right,
Movie
exactly.
300, yeah.
And this has been
Spartans.
all over. This happens in Japanese culture, Chinese culture, Indian culture, like all over. And
It's
I
true.
think we need to bring this back, quite
Yeah.
frankly.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I thought to myself, like, I just need a challenge. Like, I felt like there was something I needed to do.
Okay.
To like be a man, right?
Mhm.
And so I said, you know what I'm gonna do? I had always wanted to go to Japan. The only reason I went to college was to get my 4-year degree to teach English in Japan. I just always wanted to go to Japan. I just felt drawn to the country for some reason. Never been there. And so I said to myself, okay, like, I'm gonna do this. And of course, told all my friends around me what they say. You're a loser. You're crazy.
course.
You can't do this.
Fucking haters.
You know, it's just like now when I go to the people that I know don't like have my best interests and I like let them know my ideas, and when they tell me it's like a bad idea, I'm like, this is a good idea.
This is gonna make me some money because they're hating.
Yeah.
So and what drew you to the Japanese culture? Was it anime? A lot of people go to Japan for different reasons.
No, I didn't care about anime. Like
Okay.
I watch anime, I like anime, I think it's cool.
Of course.
But for me, it was solid economy, solid currency, great medical system, super safe, right?
Yep.
3rd
strongest economy in the world. Lowest
Yes.
obesity rates.
Yes.
Population fairly low, right? What, only 3 million?
127 million.
Oh, okay. I was way off. Sorry.
Okay.
127 million. Oh,
Yeah.
you know what it was? Because there's 3 billion in the United States, right?
In the United States is 330 million.
Man, I don't know. I was way off. Anyway, sorry guys, my numbers suck.
Mm.
So 127 million, 3rd strongest economy, lowest obesity rates.
Yeah.
Strong family unit still.
Yeah.
Economies, and then very safe too. Yeah, it's the closest to utopia you could find, honestly.
And
Immigration rates are low.
immigration, one of the lowest rates in the world, and close to no feminism, right? Because I saw the rot that was coming with
Oh,
feminism.
you saw? Okay, so you saw it. Like what? Like I guess. Were you RP aware at that point at 26?
I would always been a red pill wearer,
Okay.
you know?
All right.
Like, I didn't have the luxury of being like,
Like you didn't get an awakening.
No,
You were already just like this is kind of how the world works from your upbringing, being in a raw upbringing.
I think it's naturally inside us, but like when you go through the proper indoctrination of the school system,
Yeah.
and the lies you see on TV and stuff, and you have like a mom and dad home like helping facilitate that lie,
Mhm.
I think you can like keep it going a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But I had too much chaos at home and shit,
Yeah.
right?
That made you just realize like, damn, like women aren't really good leaders, And
Well, yeah, I saw it firsthand.
yeah, from your
Like
from
I
your
saw
mom.
it like my whole life, like chaos, not being able to pay bills, like emotional turmoil, like emotional abuse. Like as I got older, I would have conversations with my aunt Millie. I'd be like, man, this bitch is crazy. like as a kid, I thought she was like she was right and I was wrong. But now, as I got older, I'm like, this bitch is nuts.
Yeah.
There you go.
You know?
The hero's journey.
Yeah. Tell you about it. I'm a goddamn hero. I'll tell you what.
So you saw Japan, you admired the thing, and sorry guys for me butchering the numbers, man. I'm terrible with numbers.
You're good.
My math is awful, as you guys know. I failed algebra twice. So and guys, sorry, it's cold as hell in this place, man. So
I'm getting
John,
hot.
I know he's been looking like he's a little cold. He's shivering because
I'm warming up. I'm warming
now
up.
he's warming up. But guys, we purposely keep the studio cold as hell so the cameras don't go out on us. But I'm glad to see he's warming up now. So you decide I'm doing it. You tell your friends, they laugh at you.
Yeah.
And then what from there?
And I abandoned my dreams, right?
Ooh.
So I abandoned them. And then, I remember I was one day, this happened to me twice in my life so far. I'll tell you what happened. So I remember I was sitting in my cubicle. They just handed me a 97% review on my employee, performance review, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're like, great job. All these people were coming up to me that I just looked at them. I was like, when I get old, I do not want to be like you.
Facts.
They're like, you're doing a great job. Like, you're going to be a manager one day. You're going to do great. The majority of my class had washed out.
Mhm.
Like, literally, there were like 18 people in my class, and I think 14 washed out.
Oh, really?
And
So
I
you're
was
the one that they got fired or let
they
go.
got fired and let go.
Performance was trash. Okay.
Mhm. And so I remember I was sitting there, and I remember I was just in my cubicle, and I was looking at this place. I was like, this is a fucking jail. And I looked at my name tag. I was like, this is my fucking my yellow star. And I was
Jail
like,
ID.
I just have to I'm trapped. There's no this is my life. And I'm from the streets, not super hood or whatever, but I'm street smart kid. I'm like Aladdin. I know when someone's gonna try and screw me over. I know when someone's trying to pull something over me. And I just these people just want to use me, and this is not tied up to what I want to do. And I looked at all my friends that my friends who fucking were saying, oh, here's John again with his crazy dreams to go to Japan, right? Look at me now, motherfucker.
Big fact. Big John.
This one's for you.
Yeah.
But I had a brand new truck. I had money in the bank.
Mhm.
I had chicks. I had everything that I was supposed to have, but I had this deep gut feeling, bad gut feeling that was get the fuck out right now. And this has only happened to me twice in my life, but I'm telling you, this shit like possessed me. Like I was like a man possessed. Like this, I could not do anything but listen to this voice, right? And I remember I just picked up my fucking keys. I grabbed I had a jug of protein at the fucking thing. I took my car keys and my protein. I was like, this is all I need.
Need the gains.
Yeah, and
Drive and protein.
I went up to my manager. I was like, look, this isn't for me. I gotta go. And I just left.
Oh shit! No 2 weeks, nothing.
No. So I got out and they were calling me frantically. They're like, hey, like, please come back. Like, we'll give you more money. We'll do this. Like, we want you to come back. Like, and I was just like, everything, like, I already made the commitment to get out. And so I was just like, there's no way. There's no way I'm going back. No
Do you
way.
remember what it was that triggered you to say, that's it, I'm grabbing my protein, I'm out?
Feeling?
It was a gut feeling.
It's just
like,
randomly, like, you're sitting in the cubicle and you're like, ah!
No, it was like gut feeling. You got to go to Japan. Like, you can't give up on your dreams.
Okay.
Right? It was like, fuck all these people. Like, these people that were talking shit and hating on me.
Yeah.
Like, these guys, they don't
Losers.
care. They don't care.
Yeah.
Right? And if you add up all their salaries now, they don't catch up.
It's funny, bro. 'Cause I had that same feeling in Barbados, bro. Like I was chilling with friends, partying, having fun, but it was like, bro, I shouldn't be here, bro. I should be somewhere else. And I moved to Miami.
Yeah. So that was my rite of passage. I said to myself, like, if I go to Japan and I survive there 2 years by myself, then I'll really consider myself a real man. Because I thought to myself, like, I just need something harder. I need to push myself. I need to, like, evolve to the next level, right? And so from that day forward, I quit my job on February 2012. And November 4th, 2012, I touched down in Tokyo, Japan.
Bam. So you got your stuff. I'm assuming you took that like 8 months to like get your stuff ready and.
No, I went
9
home
months.
and I just started viciously applying for jobs. I applied for
Okay.
300 plus jobs in Japan.
Holy crap.
I got rejected from 299.
Wow. So that time span from February to when you quit to when you actually landed in Japan in November, you were just applying for jobs, looking for
Every day.
When did you get like I guess approved for a job? A
Um,
month before.
I believe it happened in summer, right?
Okay.
Because what I did was I worked at the Amway Arena in Orlando
Okay.
at the 180 Grey Goose Lounge.
Yep.
And to make up the income that I needed to survive, for all you lazy motherfuckers out there, I used to pick up couches off of Craigslist from the free section, clean them, put them in storage, and then sell them back on Craigslist for a profit. And I did that every day. I woke up, I checked Craigslist every day. I used to check the Orlando or the Orange County like garbage truck route,
Okay.
you know, and like I would drive around and look for sofas at night because
Yeah.
sometimes people just like throw a sofa
Yeah.
out. It's
Orange
perfectly-
County is Orlando, by the way, guys. Just so
Yeah.
you know.
And so I would like drive around these routes every week and like find couches, mattresses, whatever, clean them, refurbish them, and then sell them, right?
Now I know people in the chat are going to want to know, why didn't you just keep your job, save the money up, and then leave?
I'm a kind of guy that's like, if I know I need to do something, I'm just going to do it right then.
Okay. Yeah.
Because time, like saving money is not the smart thing to do. You got to save time.
Yeah.
Time is the ultimate currency because
Yeah.
we can't get any back.
That's
Okay.
true.
So you were making more money doing this versus your.
No, I wasn't. I
Oh.
was, dude, I had to work. So I remember the couch and the nightclub gig weren't paying enough, right?
Mhm.
And so then I had to get a third job as a dishwasher slash pizza delivery guy slash waiter at this little place called NYPD Pizza
Okay.
in College Park in Orlando.
Okay. So you basically quit that safe job was to cut the umbilical cord and say, I got to make it now.
Yeah,
That's why the real reason you quit it. It wasn't because the money or whatever. It was like, if I quit this job, it's going to incentivize me to apply even harder and make sure I get the hell out of here.
yeah, because I just know
Okay.
like you can't just have. I think Plan B is
A cop out.
it's a subconscious plan for you to fail.
Yeah. Yeah.
Burn the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Go
got to burn
full.
the ships, and that's
Go
why I
full.
wanted to.
Go
That's why I
full.
wanted to make sure, because I know a lot of people are gonna ask, well, why didn't you just stay at your job and save up and then leave?
Yeah.
But I wanted them to understand that, like, the reason why you did it is like, I can't fail now.
You know, and I
Strong,
and I,
powerful mental stimulant.
and that's where I read at that time at 26. I read the Burn the Ships tale. You know
Right.
what I mean? So I had burned my ships, and I burned them. I burned them all. We'll go into that later.
Yeah.
So, anyways, come.
Vladimir says, saving money is for the birds.
Hey,
He's
my
a very
ninja
well-to-do
man.
guy. Very
And
successful.
shout out to Donovan Sharp
Yeah.
on the way.
Donovan Sharp here as well too, and Rolo Tomasi.
Hey, shout out to them. Sorry, go ahead, John.
Yeah. So
Burn the ships.
so come June, I never forget. I got that fucking email, and like literally only 2 people believed in me. My own mom was just like, I remember when I told her I'm going to go to Japan, and she like looked at me, and like I know in her eyes she was like, he's going after one of his fucking psycho dreams again, right? And only like 2 people believed in me. And I remember when I got that email in June, I believe it was like June, I was like filled with like so much energy. I was just like, fuck everybody. Fuck everybody. I was like, and it gave me like amazing confidence.
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
You know, it's like when you make your first like $10,000 on the internet, you're like, I am God. Like,
Everybody was against you, bro. Like they were telling you you're not going to succeed. You just left a safe job with a 401k, good salary. You know, you had a new truck.
Yep.
You know, and then you quit that to sell mattresses off. Couches
and mattresses
and mattresses, and dealing with stupid Orlando players, right? Orlando Magic players, because I know you very well, so I know that's that club you worked at. Making pizzas, delivering pizzas, dealing with shit people, man.
Yeah. And that's real here. Caribbean parents, man, they don't stray too far from the straight and narrow. Meaning that, for example, if you go outside the box, you're like, "Yo, son, you crazy?
Yeah,
come back in here before last year."
Yeah.
So
so
you get the job to teach English.
Bam. Right. I literally had 4 interviews. I failed 3. I got 1 at the shittiest school in Japan. It's called Nova, and like it's kind of like a slave ship. We say Nova stands for no vacation because they just make you work.
Yep.
All the national holidays you have to work. Like you're just literally a slave.
Wow. Okay.
It's called like a black company in Japan, and like black companies are like really bad reputation. Like these companies like literally work their employees to death.
Oh,
so
okay.
They more so kill the Japanese than they do the foreigners.
Yeah, but it's like in Japan, you know, just to give guys a little bit of a cultural difference, if you fall asleep in public in Japan or at work, it's considered good because it means you're working really hard.
Yeah.
So whereas in the United States, what are you doing? Wake up.
Yeah.
You know.
So I got that. I got the job, and then I had to start preparing everything, and I had to like literally like, this is why like when guys tell me, when they make me excuses, I just look at my life path. I'm like, look, I had literally every reason in the world to A, give up, and B, to fail, and C, to fucking play the victim card.
Yep, make an excuse about it.
I didn't. Okay. So that being said, the time came where I needed to like really get rid of everything. So I had my apartment, I got my roommates out, and I literally put like on Craigslist, like, come to my house, take everything for free. And I just like put my address and like tons of fucking emails. I remember this family showed up, like, no offense, but like white trash, like showed up in like a fucking like a station wagon, and they're like, can we take this? Can we take this? Can we take this? I was like, just take it all.
Yeah. Central Florida is another world, guys. It's not Miami. Central Florida is a whole other.
They were from Bithlo.
Talk like this.
They're from Bithlo. If anybody knows where anybody knows where Bithlo is in Orlando, that's where they're from.
I never even heard of it.
That's the trailer park area of Orlando. Bithlo. Bithlo.
Yeah, Central Florida, Northern Florida, guys, is a different world, my friends.
Hey, y'all. Bithlo, man. So, yeah.
So they clean your place out.
They clean the place out.
Yeah.
And then I remember like I had to like go live with my friend at the time to like to wind down my final days.
Exactly.
The last day, I have my fucking truck, right?
November 3rd.
Yeah. And I call up Toyota and I was like, look, I'm sorry I can't make the payments on this thing anymore. So it's at this address and the keys are in the fucking in the dash. Come pick it up.
Oh shit.
I just hung up, and they took it, but I just knew like I had to do this shit.
Burn the ships, baby.
Dude, I burned every fucking ship. It is burned to the ground. So I had $2,500 in my pocket. Mm-hmm. My buddy had worked at Delta, so he gave me a buddy pass.
Okay, nice.
And I got a one-way buddy pass for $330.
Okay,
to Tokyo.
Yep.
And I remember I got on the plane. And I got off in Tokyo, and like the first thing I said to myself was like, I fucked up. Because I just see like, I was like, oh my God, everybody's Asian. And like everything's not in English. And I was like, I ran my mouth, like, and now I have to fucking back it up. But there's no way I was going back home.
Yeah.
Right.
There's no way I was going back home. You know?
And how long was that flight? Like 16 hours, 18 hours?
I flew from Orlando to Detroit. That's like 5 hours.
Yep.
And then from Detroit to Tokyo, which is like 11 hours, I think.
Damn.
So yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah.
It's brutal. I fly business class now. It's still brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The most I've flown is 5 hours to LA.
Yeah, 5 hours. LA is a
just
pain.
terrible.
Let
I
alone
know.
11 hours, or 16 hours in this case. But so sorry. Go ahead. So you land there and you're like, damn.
Yeah.
I fucked up.
At this moment, he knew.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so what'd you do from there? And you said, I'm not going back. I ain't fucking leaving.
So when I first got there, it was really hard, right? I read things about culture shock, and I was like, this is for the birds. I'm not gonna fucking get culture shock. I'm an alpha male. Right? So I got there, and then like you have like 2 weeks of like, oh my god, everything's cool, everything's new, everything's fresh.
Yeah.
And then like the culture shock hit me.
Yeah.
And then like it literally got to the point like I was so stressed out and like anxiety ridden at night. Like I would wake up and like there would be like a pool of blood in my mouth from like biting down from being so stressed out, like
shit.
subconsciously. And so it was crazy. But I will say this, like 6 months into my journey there, I just woke up one day and I had like this epiphany. I had like this like awakening. I can't explain it, but just something happened to me when I was 27 years old. And like I had just knew like what I had come to do there, to like the character I wanted to build, because I knew I needed to push myself. Because when you live near your mom and your families and stuff, they try to keep you.
You coddle you.
Yeah, they try to coddle you, and they try to keep you in here.
There you go.
Right? Because this is helping them maintain their identity too.
Damn.
But once you start to fucking grow and outgrow people and like level up, other people are forced to do one of two things: hate on you
Or become better.
or look up to you and become better themselves. And most people
Hate or appreciate, baby.
Yep. 99% of people, they go the hater route.
Yep.
And they try to fucking shove you back
Yeah.
in here. Like, we want you to be who we want you to be.
Exactly. Because you shining puts a spotlight on their own inadequacies.
Exactly.
And human beings don't like to feel that.
A very uncomfortable spotlight.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're basically telling them, hey, you've been living a life of comfort and you're a pussy. Look at what I'm doing. Me and you came from the same exact cloth.
Yep.
And
And
also,
look at you.
you had dreams. I had dreams, but I didn't follow mine. You're following yours. Why you are not me?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. You just gotta be, the reason why you're successful is because you have tenacity. That's why I'm successful. Tenacity is like the number one thing. As a man, you need tenacity. It's just that drive to keep going and going and going. Rejection after rejection, whether it be girls. Girls are the last thing I give a fuck about, what I'm talking about today. But I mean, like, going in regards to getting your dream, getting that fitness goal, hitting that portfolio goal for your cryptocurrency, whatever it may be. Like, you just have to get used to getting rejected, optimizing your plan, and trying again. And you have to do that until the day you die.
Yep.
Bam.
Okay.
Bam. So you're 27, you wake up and you have this epiphany, 2012, and then what?
So that was 2013,
Okay, 2013.
right? Because it was 6 months later.
Oh, yeah.
And so then, fast forward, I fucked up my life plan for a girl, right? Started banging my manager at the English school, and then so
Hey, I got you with a sound effect on that one.
yeah.
You stupid.
Okay.
So started banging her, and then fell in love, right? Because I will never ever be one of these like guys like fuck love, fuck women. I'm just gonna be like player till I die, and like I have no feelings. I'll never want to be one of these players that's like cold and dead inside. I will never lose my humanity.
Yeah.
I don't care what that's anybody says. Like, my humanity is my strongest point. Like, I'm a good person. I have a good heart, and like I don't fucking. That's why when people want to say bad things about me and hate on me, like they can't hurt me, because I know. I already give myself validation. I know in my heart I'm a good person. I know I do an honest job. I know I'm like a legit, honest person doing good work. So no matter what these people say about me,
Facts.
it doesn't matter. Like, your opinion is just like you, beneath me. Okay? It doesn't matter. The only person's opinion that matters is myself.
Bam.
And the only person's validation that matters is myself. And when guys can cultivate that mindset, then you become really invincible. Then, ironically, you get even more women and more money.
That's true.
So,
You fell in love.
fell in love, moved to Hawaii, right? Everything happens for a reason, though.
Yeah.
Long story short, moved to Hawaii for this chick, became a taxi driver, 2014, started making $10,000 a month. This is before Uber, right? And I'm a poor dude. at this time. I make $10,000 a month, so I'm like, I'm rich.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
yeah. Yep.
So I was just eating cheesecake and steak every day
From driving taxis.
from driving taxis.
Damn.
Well,
Yeah.
Hawaii is expensive as hell to live in.
Poor people don't go to Hawaii.
Yeah. That's true. That's
Poor-
true.
like,
Yeah.
You know, you don't see trailer trash in
Yeah.
Hawaii.
Hawaii is the most expensive state
Bro.
to be in the United States, bro. Everything is, and Alaska is very expensive too.
I just thought about it. We need a Hawaii trip. Double date vlog.
Ah!
Okay.
They're gonna be like, oh, y'all are simps. So okay, let's
Who
get
cares? So, that being said, right, I moved there and it was good because it gave me a taste of higher financial earning. It opened my wealth consciousness to the next level.
Bam. Okay.
Right.
Because the English teacher, you don't get paid shit.
I mean,
Very tough.
For me, it was good because it was like I was working at Honda at one point, and they were paying me $80 an hour in 2012.
And this is in
13.
Japan.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, so $80 an hour
Yeah.
from a kid that was, you know, literally like
Making, like,
6 months
17?
ago
Yeah.
in a fucking pizza shop, like, hey, mop that floor better, you know? So like, oh, Mr. Hogwood, like, we're ready for your English lesson today. I'm like, well, thank you. I'm ready to teach you.
Yeah.
I'm ready to get that paycheck too.
So you're in Hawaii driving a taxi, making $10K a month.
Right.
Cool.
So then decide like, okay, I betrayed my dreams. I got to go back to Japan.
Okay.
So I went back to Japan.
Break up with this girl though, right?
Dumped her.
Okay.
Met a really hot Colombian named Tatiana, and she like was just so solid. I'll never forget that.
In
girl.
Japan?
In Hawaii.
Okay, in Hawaii.
Colombia.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing that really sharpened my game in Hawaii was I was able to like pick up girls while I was driving them, but I was able to like incognito screen them.
Yeah.
And it had a game in my head. I was like, how fast can I like screen this chick, pick her up, and potentially bang her? And so I did it a couple times, like, but I was able to meet a bunch of girls. But like, you know, it was funny because I remember one time I was hooking up with this one chick. She was from Fiji, right? And I could just feel she was attracted to me. I picked her up in the morning. She's like, drive me to the Hyatt, right? Took her to the Hyatt, and then we exchanged business cards. And she's like, yeah. She's like, well, pick me up tonight and take me home. I was like, okay, cool. So I pick her up at night, and I could just feel she
sexual
wanted.
energy.
Yeah, I could just feel it, right? And so
And nothing red pills you more than being a cab driver or an Uber driver, bro. Like, you guys want to talk about, like, you want to get red pilled and see, like, the dark side of female nature? Become an Uber driver for a bit.
Or bodyguard.
Or, yeah. But sorry, continue on. So, yeah, you pick her up. And,
Security.
So I pick her up that night, and like I bang her in the backseat of the cab, and then I took her home, and then she paid me for the ride. I was like, oh my god, I have won. I have won life. So that really helped me speed up the efficiency of my, social acuity. You know, reading social cues, understanding if a girl's into me or not, because they're trying to protect their reputation too.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
You know, but girls don't go to Hawaii for like yoga lessons. I mean,
Facts.
they do, but they want to get stretched out in other ways. So I was able to maximize my game that way, and it was a really really good trip. I met Tatiana. She's a real sweetheart.
The Colombian girl.
Yeah, she
Okay.
really helped me out a lot. And so I ended up moving back to Osaka, the western coast, right, of Japan. So I feel like the universe, God.
And that's where you started too, right? Osaka is where you started?
No, I started in Tokyo.
Okay, Tokyo, and then left.
Started north of Tokyo in a prefecture called Saitama, but basically Tokyo.
Okay.
Went back again. Universe was like, okay, round 2. Let's go see if you can stick it out this time.
Yep.
Stayed there for a year. Got involved with a chick who was like super toxic, but I was like, my good-hearted nature was like trying to save this chick. She had borderline personality disorder. She had cut marks on her thighs. She was drinking alcohol every day.
Ooh.
And it was like really just like, I was just at that point I'd realized with the life lesson I learned at that time, I was 29, was like, you can't save somebody who doesn't want to be saved.
Damn.
Yeah.
You gotta some people gotta burn. And because they just like, what makes us so rare is because we do what literally 99% of people fail to do. That's why we're in the top 1%.
Yeah.
And so it's hard to look at yourself and to be like, oh, the problem's me in regards to everything in my life. And my life is fantastic 100% because of me, and my life is shit 100% because of me.
Bam.
You know what I mean? So it's really hard.
The good and the bad, you got to take both.
Yes, exactly. And a lot of people don't want to do that. It's safe for your ego to take the victim route. So she took the victim route. I tried my hardest to save her, try to rehabilitator. But that's what that lesson I learned. Also, in that time, I had started Modern Life Dating on January 21st, 2015.
Bam.
I put on my first. I started the channel and I put the first video out, I think, in the summer. It was just video content at that time. So, long story short, I went through a bunch of shit at the end of my trip. I had problem renewing my visa, and my mom like talked me into coming home. And I knew I shouldn't go home, but you know, she was like just basically lying to me and telling me all this shit because she wanted to put me back in here. Right? It was not cool for her. I had a good job. I was like at like an Ivy League university teaching English. It was $50 an hour. It was not bad.
Nice.
2015. So went back home 2016, and then like that was just like when I saw like the rot of America really sank in, because you don't see it when you live here. It's like it's a frog boiling in a pot of water.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But when I came back, I was like, oh shit, this place is getting worse.
What were some of the biggest differences? Not to deviate from the story, but
no. To be honest with you, just like the overall rudeness of women in general.
Okay.
I think like the media is like constantly gassing these girls up and selling them lies.
What about weight?
Huh?
People's weight?
Well, yeah. Every time I come back, I feel like a fucking fitness model every time I come back.
And you've lost some weight, man. You got good stuff, man. Looking really good. Pause.
Because I just see like people like like the other day I saw a chick that was like 300 pounds. I was like, oh my God. It's just like,
Japan, you don't see that.
No, you don't. You don't.
Yeah.
You never
Japan,
see
everyone's
that.
skinny, bro.
And we'll talk about Japan, because I definitely want to go deep into like the differences between Japanese culture with women and American women. I think I really want the guys to see that, because you have a fantastic, you know, because you've lived in Japan now for a very long time. I don't know anyone else that's well versed in Japanese culture like you are.
Yeah.
And you're also tapped in with Asia in general.
Yeah.
You spent a significant amount of time over on that side of the world. And we're going to talk about China pill and beer bug. Don't worry, guys. But I just want you guys to get John's story, because it's a magnificent story, as you guys are hearing. I'll read these super chats real quick, and then we'll
I'm
continue
gonna run
on.
the bathroom while you do that.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Okay, so we got
Kingdom in the house.
Avi Kingdom in the fucking house, man. Shout out to him.
Shout out to him, man.
Shout out to MYG, Myron Gaines, fresh to a great 2022. Special shout out to MLD. Thanks for letting me speak. Appreciate your brotherhood over the years. Shout out to Afi Kingdom. Guys, go support his YouTube channel, man. We need to get you on the show, Afi. When's the next time you're going to be out here? I know you linked up with Fresh.
Yeah.
But let us know when you got some time, bro. You want to do a show. Marquise Brown. Good evening, FNF. Quick question regarding crypto. What are your thoughts on Shiba and Dogecoin? Long-term or short-term? I use crypto.com and I buy coins/tokens that can be used for payments. What cryptos do you recommend? Chris,
actually,
can you save that?
Okay, because John is going
to save that, John. Chris will answer at the end. Elijah Tickborn, all the way from Australia. Hey, I just woke up. Austin, see these three legends on my phone. Hey, MLD, can you convince the lads to get Paul Apex Mindset on? Paul is like a secret weapon right now. Yeah, have Paul hit me up. I'll have Paul hit me up. Shout out to him. Greg, $2. What's the best app to use for crypto? Many, but we'll answer that. We'll answer that later. $5 from Gabriel E. Or no, sorry, $50 from Gabriel E. Super sticker. Thank you so much. And then we got Cal L 2799. Awesome to see MLD John back on the #1 podcast in the world. The dedication you guys put in helping others is
it's over 9,000.
Thank you, Myron Mamba, Mentality Gains, Prince of Barbados, producer MVP Chris, and Supreme Leader #We the best. That's a fact.
Thank you, brother.
Uncle Luke 1980s. You know what's crazy? As MLD is telling his story, I can relate to a lot of things you are saying, and we're the same age, man. You'd be great. You'd be surprised who been through what you've been through and think similar to you in life. Learn something new. Absolutely. That's why I want y'all to hear his story. Brent Caldwell, 1123. Shout out to you, Brent. Salute Myron Fresh and Jonathan. Sort out your inner game and everything else comes. I'm now in the candy store trying all the flavors.
Hey,
good shit, my friend.
there you go.
Mike Dog Bit. This dude real as fuck. Great guest tonight. Thank you so much, Mike Dog. Roberto F. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to John. Thanks, buddy. Watching you overcome mental hurdles made me face mine. Life is good. I got a new Mexican cap for Myron. Okay, thank you so much, Roberto.
Myron.
We need you out here. And then $20 from COTG. And that's our copywriter, by the way. Shout out to Roberto. He's the one that writes our emails. So if you guys want some emails written, hit him up. And actually, I met Roberto through John. I met so many great guys through John.
Yep.
$20 from COTG. MLD, I used to dislike you because you talk shit on Richard Hart, but heard about FNF through Miguel. And now that I'm hearing your story, we all want the same thing, to make the world and men better. Absolutely, guys. Can't judge a book by its cover. You know, I know John has a bit of an ostentatious personality, but he does it for a reason. It's marketing, and he's a good man behind. I've seen this guy literally sit there and talk to guys for hours for free that wanted to off themselves, and he did it, and he stayed there on the Zoom call with them, even though He didn't have to because he really cared about these guys. He gave so much free coaching, so many free consultations. I've seen this dude do this behind the scenes, but no one talks about that. They're gonna make YouTube videos trying to do hit pieces on him, and it's all cap because this guy really does have receipts on saving guys. $10, Sam Prochansky. John is legit. Not only can he change men's lives, but he can shoot and drive too. Absolutely. And then Bulletproof and $20 all the way from, I think this is Norway. Data BPD. The lesson was J. Cole. Don't save her. Absolutely. $20. Ian Simmons. Will John Simons be on the show? Yes, we will get him back on here. Shout out to Bulldog Mindset. And then Shafro, $5 super sticker. Thank you so much. I appreciate that greatly. So, okay. So going back to the story. So you get back to Japan the second time now.
Right.
You're in Osaka.
So I'm in Osaka. Mom cons me into coming back home.
Yes, you come back and you see the bullshit in the United States.
She's trying to push me back into the cup. She wants me to be, you know, her little boy.
Yep.
Long story short, I was there for 9 months, and I was like, I can't do this. I had been texting and communicating with this girl that I used to work with. Right, really sweet girl. She later became Miss MLD. And so she was just, her and I were texting. She would like literally text me every day, and she's such a sweet girl.
How's she doing now?
She's good. She's been buying crypto since 2017. She's great.
Nice. Excellent.
So she came and saw me, and like I was just in such a bad place. 2016, like just awful place, awful. And
you were living in an apartment that had rats in it.
No, that's where I moved to after this.
Okay. It gets worse.
Even worse.
God damn.
Listen, people say like they think success is like this, like duh, like everything's perfect. Yeah. No, it's like crash, crash again, and then up, and then crash again, and like it's all about tenacity and keep pushing forward.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're a quitter, you're not gonna make it. Not gonna make it. If quitting is in your bones, guys, you're not going to make it. I have to let you know that. Okay? That's the one skill every man should develop, is the skill of not quitting. So many people give up. It's infuriating. But again,
Does you get back? You meet Miss MLD?
I get back. She comes, she's like a breath of fresh air, you know, and I'm just like, I can't. I thought to myself two things. One, I refuse to spend my sexual prime in America, like dating these wildebeests. And then two, like I'm so much better than just staying in Orlando and becoming a real estate agent, which my mom wanted me to do and talked me into doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, fuck it, YOLO, let's go back. I packed up everything, and because the thing is this is what I learned at that time, right? All my friends were like, come back, we miss you, right? And so I was like, yo, man, people love me. Like, you know, I'm going to go home. People are going to like want to hang out with me and stuff. I came back, and like, people were just like, they were like, okay, like, check, he's back. Like, I have like that safety in my head. Like, you know, he's back in this, you know, cup where I want him to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I would call them up. They're like, oh, we're too busy. Like, oh, you want to hang out too much? Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you're the one telling me to come back. You know, my mom, my friends, family.
They want you back so they can control you, not because they want you back.
They wanted me back for their ego.
Exactly,
Right.
yeah.
You know?
Yep.
And then I'd realized at that time, like, nobody gives a fuck about you as a man except for your family, if you're lucky enough to have a good family.
Right.
Which I don't.
Yeah.
My brother's like probably the only normal person in my family. My uncle's pretty cool too. But other than that, like, you know, a lot of toxicity in my family, a lot of just bad shit. So I had realized like all these people just wanted me to come back to like kind of satiate their own selfish ego and desires. And I realized like as a man, nobody really cares about you. So it's up to you to make the life you want to live. And it's up to you to shut the door in the face of people who want to try to come into your life and change you and make you be something they want you to be, not who you want to be, right? So I packed it up again. I moved out to Tokyo this time, and I moved into like this shithole of a fucking, it's called a guest house, where you don't necessarily need a visa to live there at the time. So I went there and I hit the ground running. And the goal was to get into this industry of modeling, acting, and English teaching to take that money to fuel the growth of my YouTube, right? Because this is keeping the YouTube going was always in the back of my head.
Yeah.
But I was constantly fighting like this inner battle, like of basically you're not good enough, you can't do it, right? And that voice just kept on telling me like this is your purpose, this is your calling, like you have to help men, right? So I get talked into joining this recruitment industry business, right? In 2017, my friend was like, "You're gonna make all this money, this is that." And he just like tricked me with money basically, and I bought into
Don't we
it.
all?
Yeah, I bought into it, right? So I ended up joining like this Fortune 500 Japanese company, like one of the most prestigious companies in the planet. In Japan and also on the planet. They were recently the official sponsor of the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, right?
You want to drop their name? It's up to you.
No.
Okay.
So, I mean, you can look it up. It's Recruit Holdings, but it's a huge company. Anyways, I worked for them. Worked for them for 9 months. Was a medical device recruiter. That's where I met Charlie, right? That's why
Shout out to Charlie from Cultivate Crypto.
Yep.
We're gonna have him, guys, in January. Don't worry.
And Miguel.
Talking about making money in Miguel.
Yep. So, like I said, everything happens for a reason, right? So I ended up going to this company that I met through like a friend of a friend of a friend. And the guy liked me. He said, he's like, "I like you. You remind me of Jordan Belfort." He's like, I want you to come work for us. And I was like, okay. And they gave me a 5-year visa, and they like gave me everything I needed and like taught me.
Is it tough to get a Japanese visa, man? Okay.
Super hard.
For some of you guys out there that want to go to Japan.
Super hard.
Yeah.
So I joined this company, and they just really put you through the sales ringer. I'm already a fantastic salesman, but like they put Japanese work ethic on top of vicious sales culture, and I became like a fucking machine. I was in one department. I didn't really get along with my manager because he was kind of an idiot. I mean, he is an idiot. And so they transferred me to this other department. They're like, "Look, we're gonna let you build this medical device department." And so I said, "Okay, that's fine. But who is the number one salesman in the company?" And they pointed me over to some like goofy looking white guy from Minnesota. And he's like, "His name's Charlie." I was like, "All right." So I went up to Charlie. I was like, "What's up, Charlie?" I was like, "I heard you're the best in the company. Like, I want to learn from you." Charlie didn't like me when he first met me.
Yeah.
Like most people.
Was he one of the few Americans there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I imagine there's not many Americans in Japan.
So I met him, and long story short, I became number one in my department. In my area in the company for the month of December within 3 months. I pissed a lot of people off.
Oh shit, including Charlie.
Oh no, he was happy. So he was the one who told me like you can make good money here, right? So I basically in the month of December 2017, I had made $70,000 in the month. And the company...
Wow, $70K in 1 month.
Yeah, and the company was...
For the company?
Yeah.
Okay.
And my cut was $6,500.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah, and they were going to give it to me 3 months later after taxes.
Oh, that's bullshit.
So I know a bad deal when I get one.
Yeah, of course.
So immediately I got salted, right? I read this book called Unscripted by...
Yes, MJ DeMarco.
MJ DeMarco.
I read that book because of you. Fantastic book.
Amazing book.
What's it about?
It's about just like... It's like taking the red pill for finances and like your life.
Entrepreneurship.
How basically working a 9 to 5 is like literally slavery and death. So I know it's pretty heavy. No offense to the people working.
He makes fun of compound interest. He makes fun of Tony Robbins. It makes fun of a lot of things.
Okay.
But it's a good book. It's a really good read. Listen to it on Audible, guys. Unscripted, MJ DeMarco.
So that being said, after getting that book in my system, that feeling hit me again. The one that told me to quit and go to Japan. And he's like, "Stop fucking around. You need to do this YouTube shit for real." Because I was considering deleting the YouTube channel when I was at the company. There was a 9-month break of me not putting videos up, but something wouldn't let me do it. So I quit. 2018, I quit. Charlie was like, "You're crazy." I was like, I know.
Quitting again, burning the ships again.
But I'm going to make it, Charlie.
Yeah.
Charlie saw me quit. 2 months later, he came to my front door. He's like, "I hate my job. I want to quit too." I was like, "Do it." And then, so we had just gone through the 2017 bull run. So we saw Bitcoin go from 800 to 19,000.
And let the people know, you bought your first Bitcoin back in 2016.
Yes.
And I know this because obviously we're friends, but I want to make sure. So you had already been in crypto at this point.
Yeah, I had been in crypto since December 2016.
Okay.
And I bought my first Bitcoin. I bought half of it. It was like $880 for one Bitcoin.
God!
Damn.
Right?
That's a steal.
So,
Let me look at Bitcoin right now. Just
yeah,
one
it's
second.
probably 51K.
Yeah.
So me and Charlie had gotten a taste of like where crypto was going to go. People who had in the office had like rallied around to make fun of me and Charlie, being like, look at the internet money.
49K, almost 50.
That's all
But
right.
it's spiking.
Yeah,
back and
49K.
forth, yeah. Go ahead.
They were like, making fun of us, like we're the internet money guys,
Yep.
right? And so, but we were smart enough, and we actually met Vitalik Buterin, the creator of Ethereum.
Oh.
We met him
Nice.
in Tokyo, and we also met Roger Ver,
Okay.
who is the founder of Bitcoin Cash, and I also met the CEO of Binance, CZ, at the time. When I met him, he's like, "I'm the CEO of Binance." I was like, "No, you're not, Chinese guy. You're making a joke." And then
Do all these guys live in Japan?
there was a meetup happening at the time,
Okay.
and there's a lot of crypto people in Tokyo,
Yeah. I'm
Especially-
starting to notice that.
pre-pandemic. You know?
Okay.
Now everybody's like kind of locked down where they're supposed to be.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's a huge crypto hub, and
Okay.
Japan is very crypto.
Miami is too.
Yeah.
Miami
Actually,
is as well.
there's a bunch of Miami parties for crypto, and it's a growing community here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The mayor's going to start like using it for like retirement. So,
Damn.
yeah. here in
No,
Miami.
I'm like I said, for you guys watching at home, you're going to be using crypto one way or another. Are you going to start using it now, or are you going to start using it when you're forced to use it?
Facts.
Yeah, and
It's
it's not like the mark of the beast, like some of these people say, like it's the Illuminati money, and there's a big blackout.
If anything, it's a hedge against the Illuminati.
Yes,
If anything.
yes, it is.
Decentralized.
So started my YouTube journey in 2018. 2018 was really bad. Lost a business that I had running with my family. Injured myself in the gym, and
What business was that?
I was running an Airbnb.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was making me money, and
And you had that even when you were in Hawaii?
No,
You didn't have it in
I
Hawaii?
started when I came back 2016.
Okay.
Basically, family saw it making money, got jealous, pulled the rug out from under me,
Wow.
and then ran it into the ground
Oh,
because
God.
everybody just thinks they could do what we can do.
Yeah.
They just think they can do it.
And this is before Airbnb is like what it is now. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? You had it in the early stages.
Yeah.
Okay.
Made it super profitable. So lost everything, injured myself in the gym, couldn't work out, broke, and at the end of 2018, I'm very real with myself, and I always take a hard look at myself. And boom, 2019 comes into play, and I sat down and I thought to myself, okay, here we are, Jonathan. So you are 2019. How old was I? 30. So I was 33 when 2019 began because my birthday is December 2nd.
Damn,
Shout out to all my Sagittariuses out there.
You old nigga.
I know. Fucking Grandpa MLD over here. Get me a wheelchair. 2019 rolls around. I'm 33. And I said, here's the deal, Jonathan. You're 33 years old. You're a fucking English teacher. And you're making fuck all money. You have no money saved up. You talked all this shit that you're supposed to be this YouTuber, that you're going to do this, and you're not doing it.
Mhm.
And you are, and I don't encourage guys talking to themselves like this, which I'll go into a little bit later here. But I said to myself, you are a 33-year-old loser.
Mhm.
And if you don't change something right now, this is who you are. And I don't look to blame anybody. I'll say, oh, well, because I'm not fully white, or I didn't have a dad, or because my parents pulled the fucking rug out of me from the business. I didn't look for a bunch of excuses. I just had a come to Jesus moment myself, and I said, like, dude, your life sucks, and it's 100% your fault.
And you coach a lot of guys on, inner awareness, becoming better men. Tell us about that a little bit too as well.
Right. So basically that led me to starting my live stream business, and then 2019 blew up. I've made more money I've ever made my entire life. 2020 tripled what I made in 2019. 2021, for tax purposes, I'm not going to say what happened, but life is good. That being said, over these last 2 years, I had realized what plagues a lot of men, right? A lot of guys come to me because they want to get girls or they want to make money, right? And part of me had thought, like, as long as I get a fuckload of pussy
Mhm.
and money, then I will fill like the void inside me, like this thing I'm trying to fix. You know what I mean? So at first I thought like if I just get really good with girls and fuck a lot of girls, then I'm gonna feel like whole. Then I'm gonna feel fulfilled. Then I'm gonna feel like I'm the fucking man. I made it. Now I'm the man. Now I'm happy. I have arrived. Right? So I fucked like 200 plus chicks and realized like, damn, I still don't feel like good about myself. Right? Then I thought to myself, okay, I'm smart. It's not the pussy. It's the money. So I'll just like study and focus on getting money
Mhm.
and maximizing my money. And then from there, then I'll be happy. Then I'll have fulfillment. Then I'll be like, now I feel like the man. Now I feel okay with myself. That emptiness that I felt inside myself that I was trying to fill with women, now I could fill it with money. Made $2 million plus total money generated, 10 million plus from my network. Still felt miserable. Not miserable, but like still didn't feel
You were not fully, I want to say, fulfilled at that
fulfilled,
point. Yeah.
complete, right? It's like, oh, boohoo, here I am crying in a $2,500 tracksuit, right? So, but you know, and that made me look at my community, and I realized there's two types of guys that come to me and come to you guys as well, right? And there's the guys that have good inner game and guys who have bad inner game, right? And inner game is basically your self-esteem, right? Your self-love, right? And I realized the majority of guys that came to me and had problems, they had bad self-esteem, and it usually was rooted from bad childhood, abuse. I've heard it all, man. I've heard guys being
Similar to what you went through.
worse than I went through.
Yeah.
Like a guy came to me, and told me, his sister used to rape him.
Mhm.
A guy came to me and said his father used to beat him nonstop. A guy came to me and said his brother used to rape him.
Mhm.
Like, these are things as men that are like hard to speak up about,
Of course.
right? And when you have
You're told to hold
these-
it in.
Yeah, you're told to hold it in. You're told to like don't cry and don't fucking get therapy and shit. And you should be selective with the therapy. And I'm going to talk about what I have come to conclusion so far as the best remedy for this. And I've realized that once you are able to fix this inner game issue, everything else kind of takes care of itself, right? Because the guys that come from good families, good households and stuff like that, these guys, they just need the game plan, right? Like guys like you, like,
Yeah.
you just didn't understand like the 1, 2, 3 about the red pill, the 1, 2, 3 about how to make money online,
Yep.
the 1, 2, 3 about weight loss, right?
Yep.
But if you take that same knowledge and you give it to a guy who has a broken subconscious mindset,
Yeah.
broken belief systems, broken self-esteem, broken family, it's like you're giving him like the instructions, but he can't even see the paper.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're giving him a book, but he can't read English.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He can't even see the book in
Yeah.
front of him, right? So that's what made me realize like the inner game aspect is the most important thing, right? And this ties into everything. This ties into having a poverty mindset. Because when I had started making my money in 2019, I had just inevitably felt like the money is going to run out. It is inevitable. Like poverty is coming for me like a demon,
Mhm.
right? And that was because when I was little, my mom would always be like saying, we don't have money, we don't have money, we don't have money. That was like a constant thing. And it was like emotionally charged. I remember I walked in on her one time. She was like crying on the floor with all the bills in front of her because she's like, we just don't have money. We don't have money. And I'm like a 12-year-old boy feeling like helpless. Like, and that shit like emotionally fucking makes an imprint on you. So I realized that after handling my issues, I didn't realize how much that actually had catapulted me into success.
Mhm.
And I started noticing that with my community. There's a guy who was in my community and he had a great job. He was making $80 to $120,000 a year. He was solid on a fitness plan we had for him, solid on fucking dating plan we had for him, and he had a cryptocurrency plan as well. So we talked in April, and by May, He had his fitness plan in order. He had meal prep. He had all this stuff. He had started allocating money to his cryptocurrency portfolio. Portfolio went up to $20,000
Nice.
pretty quickly. And then he started approaching girls and making some progress. I was like, cool. I'm the fucking world's greatest coach.
Yeah, there you
Right?
go. Job done. Story over, guys.
So 1 month later, he disappears, comes back to me. He's like, man, listen, I fucked up. I started sabotaging my diet. I started sabotaging my approaches. I went to a brothel. I spent all this money on hookers, and I blew all my cryptocurrency.
Damn.
Stupid. And I was just like, okay, dude, not a good idea. Let's reassess and let's get you back on the horse. We had another game plan, another gaming session. Set him up. Same thing happened again. Boom. Got his fitness going. Did approaches, actually hooked up with a girl, had sex with a girl organically.
Nice.
20K crypto portfolio again. 1 month later, disappears. Same thing happened again. And I talked to him. I was like, hey, man, like, what's going on with you? Like, what's happening here? And then I started to dig a little bit about his self-esteem and these issues that he was going with. And he told me, like, when he was little, his dad used to, like, he was a traveling musician. His dad used to beat the fuck out of him. And his mom used to always, like, make fun of him and, like, just say, like, how he was a burden and, like, she really didn't want him and, like, how he ruined his life.
Damn.
He ruined her life.
Damn.
This is a 29-year-old man. Okay? And when you're born with these kind of, like, abusive, toxic situations, your mental makeup is tainted, right? This is like, you ever date a girl and, like, everything's, like, super cool, peaceful, and calm, and, like, some girls can't enjoy harmony and peace. Like, they have to fuck it up. They have to make drama.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they grew up in a toxic, dramatic, chaotic upbringing.
Yeah.
Right? And so when we're children, we learn these subconscious programs, right? Because people think the conscious mind runs everything. No, it's the subconscious mind, right? And so these programs, we are inevitably slaves to them. And if you have a healthy one, it's inevitable for you to succeed.
Yeah.
If you have an unhealthy one, it's inevitable for you to fail. This is why people are addicted to drugs.
Yep.
This is why dudes simp. This is why girls become turbo whores. This is why people have sexual problems. This is why guys have approach anxiety. This is why people have gambling problems. Like, this is the root of all toxicity, poison, and shit that destroys your life. This is the root of it all.
Yep.
And over these last 2 years, I realized, because my body language mastery program is phenomenal, right? My coaching courses are phenomenal. And I have had tons of success with my students to know that they work. But I noticed that there's a certain subset of guys that were consistently failing. And after I interviewed every one of these guys, some of these guys have some sort of childhood-based trauma that has psychologically scarred them into believing that A, they're not good enough, that they're broken, that they're bad, that they're somehow inevitably doomed to fail. And this is, I discovered this in, like, I started to understand this in July this year. And then I really started fucking, like, digging deep into it in, like, October and November and December as well.
And I want to say this too, because we had talked about this a few months ago, and we're going to bring you on the show, and you were really excited to talk about this. And I think this is, like, really important and fantastic, because I was there in those calls.
Yeah.
And those Zoom calls, because what he does, guys, is he brings guys in, and he has experts in different fields, guys that are good at trade, guys that are good at fitness, guys that are good at career development, guys that are good with money, guys that are good with cryptocurrency. Basically, he has a network of guys that are really good at certain things, and they come in and they do certain presentations. I used to do the fitness presentation, and and it's a fantastic community. And there was always this group of guys that would, like, fail. They just didn't get it, or it just couldn't match up for them or whatever. And, we would do the, typical guy thing, like, hey, stop being a pussy. You can do this, blah, blah, blah. And, it takes someone to really be able to, like, have some real introspection, like, look and be like, you know what? Why are these guys failing? Ask them, hey, what's going on? And then you dig a little bit deeper and you figure out, okay, the foundation is fucked up.
Yeah.
That's why the tree can't grow.
Yeah. I want to ask the chat, do I sound completely crazy, or am I making sense? One, if I'm making sense. Two, if I'm crazy.
Emily's spitting so many
No,
facts.
chat's all
This
loving
is
it right
profound.
now.
I'm taking notes.
Chat's loving this.
You're going to see a bunch of ones
chats.
coming right now.
Emily cares more about guys than anything else.
Bunch of ones coming in right now.
There you
Yeah,
go.
okay.
Yeah,
Because
and this is why we have him on the show,
on
guys.
Twitch.
Yep.
Because it starts off, guys come to you, oh, I just want to get laid, or I want to make some money, or I want to get in shape.
Yeah.
But then I love how you added, because we always used to say money, muscles, game.
Yeah.
Now it's frame.
frame.
Yeah.
Frame
So
is the
this
most
the
important.
fourth and most important part, which is mindset. So, okay, so you figured this out, that a lot of guys are broken.
Right. And so I'm going to read some examples, and I'm going to use myself as an example because I used to have this, right? So what this is called is toxic shame, right? And so toxic shame works like this, and this is what I personally believed about myself when my brand was taking off 2019. I didn't realize even in my 30s I still had this toxic shame about myself. So I would literally think like the people who liked me were losers. I thought so. Like I thought, for example, use Myron. I thought the reason you were just communicating with me and working with me is because you just wanted to learn from me and you wanted to use me as like a come up. That's what I literally thought. And I thought everybody who liked me, they just had some kind of ulterior motive or ulterior agenda. And that no matter what, like it was never because I was a good person. It was never because I brought enough value to the table. It was because it was any reason other than lifting me up was a good enough reason.
Wow.
Right.
Hold
What's
on.
that called? Toxic what?
Toxic shame.
Wow.
And it's
Okay.
funny. I felt that, which is why I told you. I don't know about John. This is behind the scenes, but like, I was like, bro, there's something. I don't know if he's your friend or not, but like, there's something there that like is blocking like a full connection, and that's it right there.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I thought to myself too, the people who dislike me, those are the smart ones because they can see the real me. The people who hated me, the chicks that rejected me, like getting rejected, I was like, okay, like she sees who I really am. I am this loser. I am this guy that's not good enough. You know what I mean? Here's some more examples. I thought that the women who liked me were just like low SMV, stupid, naive, like girls who like loved me, girls who like did huge things for me, right? You know, I had a problem with the Swift banking system transferring money from America to Japan.
Mhm.
And I couldn't get my studio for where I currently live. And Miss MLD at the time, she let me borrow $27,000.
Holy
She paid for it up front.
Damn.
And I thought to myself, well, she's just like a naive, dumb girl. That's why she's doing it. Not because she loved me, not because I was good enough, not because I was worthy, not because I was like a good man, but like because, you know, something was wrong with her because she loved me. Right? Guys do this too, right? They fucking, the girls that treat them really, really, really well, they treat those girls like shit. Because at the end of the day, those guys really hate themselves. They don't feel like they're good enough. So they see somebody that loves them and appreciates them, but they don't love and appreciate themselves. So they're like, this bitch must be dumb because why would she like a fucking loser like me? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And those were my things. And I'm like the leader. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Takes a
So-
lot of guts to come on here and like admit like, hey
Facts.
guys, I'm not perfect either, and these are some things that I was dealing with, and it's interesting because Fresh is very good at reading people, and he was like, dude, son's off with John, man, like he there's something there, and I mean, shit, I can't believe that we're even talking about this openly on the podcast right now.
But it's funny because like I read
But,
people very
yeah.
well, and then when I met your person, I was like, okay, he's actually not an asshole. He just is very protective of himself, and he wants to make sure people around him are actually real people and genuine people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because I've been burned a lot in life, you know.
Yeah, of
so
course.
I'm like, you know, I'm like that fucking little chihuahua that's like,
Yeah.
you know.
And now that I've heard your entire story from the beginning, you know what I mean, from
yeah,
being a child and getting punched in the face and seeing blood go into the wall, that's a profound effect on your mental psyche. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm sure you could
Oh, yeah.
probably remember it right now.
Yeah,
Vividly.
Yeah,
You
like a
know,
Jackson
and-
Pollock.
Exactly. and then you know, and then you go through the trials and tribulations of a single parent household. Your mom not really, you're creating a stable environment, chaos everywhere, no masculine figure, you trying to figure it out on your own,
Yeah.
going over to a foreign country to try to figure it out, failing multiple times, going
Yeah.
back to Hawaii, then coming back. Like it all makes sense now. And then
Yeah.
you thought to yourself, like, hell, well, any girl that deals with me or any guy that deals with me, they're dealing with me for their own personal
Mm-hmm.
reasons. I'm not really worthy of this good treatment that I'm getting from them.
Yeah, and
And,
I want to go into
yeah, continue,
I want to
please.
go into more because I made a list of all the
Yeah,
things,
yeah.
right? Because
Guys, like the video.
like the video, man.
Like the goddamn video
This is-
because it's important
We
stuff.
only have
content,
1.8
man.
K like, by
yeah,
the way.
no, I told you I was bringing the heat.
Yeah.
yeah,
So and that's the thing. Look, I guys, you have to understand. I seriously do not care what people think about me because I know what I'm doing is a good and honest work. And I realized from my own personal experience, I'm a multi-million-dollar earner, okay? I've slept with hundreds of girls. And every guy thinks my life's going to be better if I get more pussy and more money.
Nope.
And it's not.
That's true.
It's not the answer. And I'm not going to come to Jesus on the podcast or anything, but I'm telling you, like, the real answer is healing your inner trauma and your inner fucking toxic shame issues. Because the thing is, in America, that shit is so prevalent because America is like ground zero for broken families.
Yeah.
You know, that's why you're so normal and like well adjusted because your father loved you, your mother loved you.
Yeah. I came from a very strong family.
Yeah.
My parents are still together to this day.
Yes. And that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And that now as an adult, I can like look back. And you know what's funny? I didn't call my parents until I was 30 years old to tell them thank you for being good parents. Because that's when it hit me like, damn, everyone I'm around is fucked up here in the West. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't have parents, they don't have a father figure, you know, and now I know why my parents worked so hard to make sure I didn't hang out with losers, make sure I didn't do drugs. They pushed me towards to be good in school and everything else like that. And that was all
American chicks.
Exactly, dude. My mom told me as a young kid, never marry an American woman. You know what I'm saying? I was like, Mom, what the fuck is wrong with you? Not saying that American women are bad, but like I get where she was coming from as far as like foundational situations because of so many broken families that come from the West in general. And this isn't just the United States, guys. This is a worldwide problem. John coaches guys all over the world, from Australia, England, New Zealand. We got guys all over the place.
Japan.
In the Masculine Empowerment Network. And guys, this is a global problem. So sorry, go ahead, continue, John.
No, so I just want to talk about some other reasons.
Yeah, go ahead.
Here's some other things that I would do, and I've noticed were common with other guys. I'm gonna talk about men first, and I'm gonna talk about women, right? You know, guys will constantly go after, guys constantly chase the girl that really is never satisfied with them.
Yeah.
Because what they're doing is they're recreating that childlike situation where they're constantly chasing after their mother or father's approval. You know? Does it make sense to you?
Yeah, no, absolutely
You know what I'm
makes
saying?
sense.
Like the girl is like, and that's why, I'm not trying to fucking harp on women too much, but this is why you see girls who are always saying like, well, I want a guy that makes like 6-figure salary, 6 foot tall, 6-pack abs, right? And if a guy doesn't meet these requirements, then I can't feel complete and loved by this guy. But she's empty inside. And she thinks that a man is going to be the one to
Complete her.
fulfill her, complete her. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a deep issue. And this is why I know this girl in Japan, and like, she's a good-looking girl, but every guy, she always finds something wrong with him. And she's a beautiful girl. She's 30, right? And every single guy, she just finds one thing wrong with him and like dismisses him. And then she goes out, gets fucked by a bunch of dudes, finds one guy, sticks to him for a little bit, tears him apart. Same cycle. I've been watching her do this for a while now.
Damn.
And what she doesn't realize she's doing is like, one, she's like destroying herself by getting ran through and like that, like emotionally, physically, like the risks go through the roof. Two, sorry to say, but like it is what it is, but guys don't like a girl who's been ran through. They just don't.
Yeah.
It's just
biological.
Fucking biology.
Yeah.
Right?
And she's getting older.
Yeah. And then see, she's running out of time, right? And the thing is, when you're not good enough for yourself, no one else will be good enough for you. People are constantly saying, I need to find someone who completes me. I need to find someone who's my soulmate, my twin flame, my whatever, right?
Yeah.
You're the only person that can make yourself feel complete. Mm-hmm. So that's the best thing, because if you're listening to me right now, like you can make yourself feel whole. You can, find the inner peace that you want. And what I tell the men is like, you want to find the inner peace so that you become like the sun, right? Mm. The sun is the center of the galaxy.
Yep.
And the sun is powerful, and the sun is majestic. The sun doesn't chase the earth. The sun doesn't chase the moon. The sun doesn't chase the stars. Everything revolves around the sun and its majesty. You know what I mean? So you got to be the sun. You got to be your own personal sun. You got to be strong. You got to be magnetic. You got to be powerful. And you have to be able to hold yourself down by yourself, because you are the sun. You're the center of your own universe. And you'll attract everything that you need in your life if you maintain that philosophy. But in order to be a sun that burns bright, you need to fix your inner game. You need to heal your trauma. You need to face your fucking demons. A lot of guys don't face their demons. They face them at the bottom of a bottle. They face them at the end of a bag. Strippers, prostitute, food is a huge one. Number one way people self-soothe is through food. I think that's a big reason why we have a obesity problem in America, is because a lot of people self-medicate through food.
When you're depressed, you eat ice cream, you eat fattening food.
It's the fastest way to cure anxiety is eating food. And it's the most readily available. It's just boom, there, you can eat it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I had a couple more notes and then we can... So here...
No, continue, man. This is really important stuff. Guys, like the goddamn video, man. Y'all ain't getting this kind of content anywhere else, man. So like the video, man. Support the channel. And go subscribe to John Modern Life Dating.
And we got a show right after with some girls as well in the studio. So it should be pretty dope.
Yes,
they're in the studio right now.
Yeah, ladies are in the studio right now, so don't worry, guys.
So here's some things I've noticed too. The biggest problem with relationships right now is frame, right? Due to this like epidemic of internally broken people, women have too many standards and men have none.
I like that one.
We can't have any.
Yeah.
No, but I mean like women have too many standards because they just feel like, because the majority of people in America, it's sad to say, but it is what it is. They are broken.
Yeah.
50% of divorced households, right? And that's assuming the other 50% is functional, which they're not. They're just staying together and broken.
Exactly, yep.
So I would say probably 75% of
Or they're separated, but they don't file the divorce.
Right.
Yeah. That happens a lot.
I would say probably about 75%, 80% of people in America have like some serious inner game subconscious problems going on.
I agree. It just stems from the family.
It's the real pandemic. And it doesn't help when you have like all this stuff, the media being brainwashing the chicks. Like one thing I noticed when I watch Japanese media versus American media, like relationship turmoil is so common in American dramas, movies. Yeah. Like you don't see that in like Korean dramas. You don't see that in like Japanese films. You don't see that in Chinese stuff. A lot of that stuff is banned in China, right? So you have all this stuff brainwashing you into thinking it's the norm, but it's really not.
Yeah. Making men look like bumbling idiots. You look at American sitcoms, The Friends, you know what I'm saying, is a part of that. You know, The Simpsons, Homer looking
Simpson,
like an idiot.
Peter Griffin.
Martin, you know, it's like the man is an idiot, a bumbling retard, for lack of a better term, and the woman is the one that understands and figures out the problems, but that's just not the way the real world works, man. Men lead, women follow.
Men are very feminine, and women are more masculine, so they're taking over the role is crazy.
Sorry, go ahead.
The bullshit that people say, like, you know, a single mother family can do just as equally as well as a two-parent household. It's fucking the biggest bullshit I've ever heard in my life. I've lived it. I lived it enough to tell you it's a fucking lie. And
you had two women in the house, and they couldn't do anything.
Yeah, and then that was even with Aunt Millie there for a little bit. Even with my mom alone, it was still chaos. Yeah, it was super chaos. I want to talk about simping too. Okay, and then this is what I wrote. I wrote this down the other day when I was taking notes for the story, and I'm just going to read it out loud. And it says, "The heart of simping is an epidemic of broken men that don't feel good enough as they are, so they think they need to compensate for their lack by providing additional value, financial services, works of, how can I say this?
Acts of service?
Acts of service, thank you. That they just feel by doing this to the girl, this will then give them the fulfillment that they want, and also the girl the fulfillment that she wants. But it really just creates an endless cycle of misery for both parties.
Damn.
You know? And
true.
It's and that's the thing. The best thing a guy can do for himself is like, one, like learn to love yourself. And I don't mean this like a hippie woo-woo kind of way, but like legit love yourself as a man. Have like, you know, how many guys honestly, like, because I think it's so true. A lot of people are really insecure when you give them a compliment.
Yeah.
They feel like, what is this guy up to? You know, like why, like what, you know, like
what does he want from me?
What does he want from me, right? Mike Tyson was talking about that with Cuz D'Amato in the 2008 documentary called Tyson. Cuz D'Amato used to always tell Mike Tyson when he was little, because Cuz D'Amato was understanding of the power of the subconscious mind, and he would always tell him like, you know, Mike, you're the best, you're a champ, you're the best ever, Mike. You're the greatest. You're number one. And Mike was like, yo, is this guy gay? Is he trying to have sex with me? He's like, I don't understand. He's like, but this is verbatim from the documentary. He said, I didn't understand what this guy was doing, but he kept me off the streets. All I had to do was train boxing, and he would give me food and a place to sleep. So I said, fuck it, it's better than being in the streets. But he didn't know that Cuz was preparing him for down the road to become the youngest heavyweight championship title holder in the world.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's the tragic thing is after Cuz fucking died, that's when Mike Tyson's
spiral.
career went straight down.
I did not know that.
Because he taught him, but he didn't like impart the teachings in him.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And it's all about the subconscious mind.
Gave him the fish, but he didn't teach him how to fish, man.
Exactly.
So he was able to eat while he was alive, but as soon as he died, bam, starvation. And that's when he got the rape case. He got the criminal charges filed against him. Started losing fights.
Yeah.
Uh,
all the bad people came in too,
Yep.
And that's what I'm talking about. Like when you become super rich, successful, and famous guy, that's when those high level predatory women come after you.
Even other men too, they'll see what you got going on and say, "Yo, bro, I can help you with this, help you with that." Really, they just want to sabotage what you got going on. Yeah. So guys too.
So that's the thing I've come to realizing, like, is the inner game and healing these like subconscious negative belief systems that we have, because these things control you and like you can't escape it. So we're coming up with a way to like mass reach people now, and like we're developing it because I realized like this goes down like you guys had Sterling Cooper on the show before, right?
yeah, of course.
Sterling.
Sterling's a great guy, and he would tell you like some guys he just can't coach with helping them get better sexually because they have a mental block.
Mhm.
That's subconscious trauma.
Bam. Okay.
Guys who choke when they have approach anxiety. Remember Ryan Apollo?
Yeah.
He's been working on himself so hard. Dude has gone from being paralyzed at Hot Dude Con Phoenix to talk to girls to now he has a girl that he's in a relationship with.
Okay. Awesome.
His side is open, her side is closed.
Nice.
And has every like deficit you can think. He's
Short.
He's short.
Remember that was a big one.
He's Indian looking.
He's in Austin.
He's in he's not white, he's not super rich, whatever fucking checklist these people want to make. And he has a girl like completely in his frame, like simping to him.
Yep.
Who's
It's gotta
happy.
be. Exactly.
There you go.
When women simp for a guy that they like, they're happy. When you're a guy and you're simping for a chick, you're gonna be miserable.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. It's
And
just the way it is.
He did it through working on himself. With the what we come up with so far is like it's called hypnotherapy.
Mhm.
So hypnotherapy is when you put yourself in a hypnotized state in the sense that you relax your subconscious, you relax your conscious mind so your subconscious mind can come to the top,
Mhm.
right? And then you start revealing these pain points in your past that are embedded in your subconscious mind, and you heal them by talking through them. And a lot of people, it happened to me. I had done a lot of these therapy sessions where I just like started bawling and crying during the therapy sessions. But when I was done, I swear to God, I felt like 15 pounds lighter. And the next day, like I just felt like a fucking darkness was like peeled away from my perception of reality. My money has gone up. I've been attracting way hotter girls, not even trying, right? It's something about your energy. It's something about your subconscious aura. Your how you subcommunicate these things that just projects like more wholeness and more completeness that allows you to attract higher quality women, attract higher quality business partners, more money. I mean, you name it. It's fucking through
And
the
also
roof.
just add to that, even your current relationships in life, like your friends, your family, you can build better friendships because at that point, now you have freedom to be who you really are. So that's important.
Yep. And then to top it off too is the more you level yourself up, inadvertently you start pushing away people who don't need to be in your life.
Facts.
You don't even
We've
try.
been having to do that all year.
You don't even try, right? So, hypnotherapy is what we've come to conclusions so far. I don't believe in drugging people up. I'm not a psychiatrist, so I'm not going to say anything about that, but I don't think they really have people's best intentions in mind, because with this hypnotherapy stuff we've done, this is what we've done with guys in the community. Guys have lost hundreds of pounds. Guys have made millions of dollars. Guys have gone from having zero sales performance to being a top 10 in their company. Guys have gone from virgin to having sex with like 50 plus girls in 1 year. Okay. Guys have fucking gone from failing certification tests after certification tests after certification tests to like knocking out 7 a year. I can't just blindly mark this as coincidence.
Yeah, of course.
So we're at the very beginning of this development, but I've realized, because my number one goal is to help men, and I want to cure people. I want to give people solutions. I don't want to give people subscriptions. You know, just come back next week and I'll help you out with your problem. You know, I'll just give you a little morsel here, a morsel there.
I mean, you joked about this all the time. Is that one of the failures of your business concept is that you actually help people so they don't fucking come back.
That's my
they
biggest,
leave.
Leave me alone. My biggest business problem is I have no customer retention because I heal them. They're like, all right, well, I'm going to go be rich and have sex with other
I
girls.
can't tell you how many guys I know, man, that left the community because they were like, fuck it, I got what I needed. All right, cool.
But that's the thing, you know?
Yeah.
And that's why I believe, like, my philosophy now is just like, because I came here, I just did like my tour, right? I was in San Diego, Dallas, Miami, right? I lost money coming here. But my philosophy is just, I'm just going to keep on doing as much good as possible and giving as much good karma and just helping as much good people as possible. And I believe that it's going to come back to me. Like, I know it is. I can feel it.
Well, it's already, you've been wildly successful the past year alone. You know what I'm saying? So,
and it's crazy is because I've been this wildly successful. Since November 1st, I've been doing like these daily hypnotherapy sessions and meeting with a therapist and talking about this stuff and like crying and like fucking writing out my insecurities. And like, and I don't care if people can like make videos like, oh, MLD cried in a therapy session, whatever. I'm free. I'm happy. And like, I'm going to take this freedom. I'm going to take this happiness. I'm going to take this stuff that I've learned and I'm going to give it to people and I'm going to spread happiness. I'm going to spread completeness and I'm going to help these guys out. And that's what my goal on this planet. That's what I'm here to do. And I'm not going to stop until I'm dead. This is what I'm going to do.
So, John, let's say someone wanted to go through this process or just learn from you. Where can they find you?
Just start watching me because we're gonna be doing it. I do a live stream every Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on my channel, Modern Life Dating. ModernLifeDating.com. You can book a consultation there with me and we could talk about what you want getting ready. Also, we can talk about all the guys in my network because we're moving this into the upcoming year. A good way to get started, we'll probably be doing a show about it, but the Masculine Empowerment Network is my network. It's starting
we're gonna talk about that
December 30th. It'll be 5 days of enrollment, and we're going to get you guys in the right direction because, like I said, I only care about one thing and one thing only, helping men.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck about vanity metrics, YouTube likes, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I got to play the game. I understand. Like, I got to get views to reach people. I understand that. But if I have to compromise my message for views and stuff, I don't want to do that.
Yep.
Right? And my philosophy is just, I'm offering a 1% service because 99% of people don't want to do the hardest part, which is to look at themselves.
Of course.
And see who they really are. Because we all have a fucking demon inside of us that we need to conquer. And the only person that can kill that demon is you. So you have to ask yourself, are you man enough to confront your demons and kill them? Or are you going to let that devil run your life?
Bam.
And so...
All right. Damn.
I feel like I'm in therapy right now.
All right. We got the Shafro, $5. Myron, you don't always got to say pause when complimenting another king. LOL, you already masculine as fuck. Hey,
that's
man,
my
it's a
buddy
joke,
in Tokyo.
bro.
Edwin.
What was that?
That's my buddy in Tokyo.
Oh, that's your buddy
Edwin.
in Tokyo? Oh, the Shafro? Okay, shout out to him. Edwin Fu, it's a joke, guys. 610 Japanese yen. Big up to MLD. Seen that dude come from the bottom to the top in Tokyo, literally. Facts.
There you go.
$10 Ninja Watcher, 372. Hey guys, congrats on 500K. Quick question. I make 80K at my full-time job and I drive Uber part-time. I want to take it to the next level. What should I do with the extra cash? Invest it, my friend.
Invest in yourself, bro.
Invest it in yourself. Invest in cryptocurrency, real estate, whatever you want to do. And we'll ask, I know the people want to know a little bit about crypto. We'll talk about that briefly. Moho Arid, my man MLD did the most ultimate breakdown of that beef situation a while back. This dude is legit. Yep. Harry Zico, $10. Shout out to Harry. Sending some loves to some of my favorite people. HDA, stand up, Hot Dude Army. Yep.
Shout out to Harry, man.
Elijah Tickborn. Sending another one because John was taking a slash. John, can you tell the lads your thoughts on Paul Apex Mindset? You have done a bit of work with him. I know he could potentially help a heap of guys here who haven't heard of him.
Yes, he's worthy.
All right. Cool. King Darius, $5. We have the same B-Day shout out to the 30 gang. Okay. Right. $20 for Ket Calabero. Check out Pastor MLD's Sunday sermons, paying my Hot Dude Army dues. Okay, shout out to you. Defluent, MLD just found you. Thanks to FNF. This is an amazing information. As a trainee, I can relate. I think it's a cultural thing with the family. Also, thanks for responding to my DM. Roti guy might need to book a consultation. Definitely do it, my friend. Mike.
Yo, just real quick. Can you do a Trini accent? Oh, you're stupid. Can you do it?
No. Let's just read the super chats.
Oh, man. I tried, chat. I tried.
Mike Mulvaney. Biggest privilege in America is growing up in a stable two-parent family. Yeah, yes, dude. That's like rare nowadays. That's why I had to call my parents and let them know 30 years later because I did not realize how rare it actually is until I became an adult. Dude. Send tacos. Great episode. Tacos for the stream. Thank you so
Taco
much.
Tuesday.
Michael, $2 super sticker. Thank you. And then the Don, $20. Myron, this is off the subject, but I've been watching you for a while, and I like your general views on things. For example, when you say fast money brings slow problems, I'll push that in the black community. Will be hitting you up. All right. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. That's true. Fast money does lead to slow problems. New Horizons.
$150.
$150. Samishi here. Oh, shout out to you, bro. I haven't seen you in a minute.
Man.
Thanks to FNF and MLD, meeting you guys in April lit a fire under my ass. I was able to start getting my mind right and my life, and finally out of the red and now in the green. Can't thank you guys enough. Respect always. Thank you. That's why we're over here, guys. We don't need to talk shit about other people, bro. We don't hate, we create, baby. Sergio's A Butte. MLD is the truth. He really cares about helping men. Thank you so much. So, cryptocurrency. Let's talk about that. Multi-millionaire cryptocurrency.
Best coins and what platform should you use?
Oh, that's a lot of pressure. I'll just say that right now on January 3rd, there's going to be a coin burn for a token called Spell Token. And basically, basic law of supply and demand, right? There are about 75 billion Spell tokens right now. It's about 2 cents currently. It was just listed on Gemini. It was just listed on Coinbase Pro. And it was just listed on, where else was it listed, Josh? And listed on Binance as well, right? So this token is 2 pennies right now. The leader is extremely charismatic. It's a great project. And you have to get in early with these kind of things, right? That being said, on January 3rd, they're planning to burn 5.25 billion of these tokens. So when you increase the amount of money going into a project and you decrease the amount of tokens that are available in the project, the price goes up.
Of course.
So if you want to just a general idea of cryptocurrency 101, take a look at Spell Token and what it's going to do between now and January 3rd. I'm pretty sure we're going to get to like 3.5, maybe 4 cents. I've been calling this on my show with Charlie, the Tokyo Crypto Show, since early December. We watched a similar coin burn happened in October, and we saw it hit an all-time high. I do believe we're going to break the all-time high, which is 3 cents, 0.034 cents, right? I think we're going to smash past that. And I think that this project is going to be pretty big because it's kind of tapped into the Phantom Opera network, which is a competitor to Ethereum, which is a lightning fast and like 1 fraction of the cost of Ethereum gas. Because if you know, Ethereum gas is insane right now. Yeah, which is a great reason I told you guys.
Why the fees are so goddamn expensive.
Which I told you guys to buy Ethereum in January.
Yeah, you told us. You told us December of last year. You told me to buy Ethereum, and it has made. I bought it. Was it? No, we were last year in December, weren't you?
I came in January.
Oh, January? Okay.
Pretty sure it's January.
Okay. Well, it was about a year ago.
We bought some in
Yeah, I bought.
It was this year.
I bought a bunch.
I
bought a bunch of Ethereum, and I've like tripled my money.
Yeah, holding on to Ethereum due to high gas fees alone is worth its weight in gold.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff coming.
I bought my first Bitcoin because of you too.
Yep.
I Bitcoin and Ethereum thanks to John.
I think I'm the only men's coach who talks about dating and cryptocurrency every week. I'm the only one on the planet who does that.
And that's why this is so important, because here's the other thing. These other guys that, like, you know, a lot of our detractors, whatever. Oh, you guys are frauds, whatever. We talk about dating, blah, blah. That's all y'all talk about, though, is chasing women. You guys don't talk about inner game. You guys don't talk about making money. You guys don't talk about being cryptocurrency, investing, real estate, all this other stuff. That's what we do, man. We're trying to get you guys to become better all around. Yeah. It's not just about the women, man.
It's the core 4. Money, muscles, game, frame.
Exactly.
And if you don't have the frame right, everything in your life is going to go bad.
That's true. That is the foundation from which the tree grows.
Yep. John, where can they find you?
Follow me on Instagram, Hot Dude Life, HOTDUDELIFE. Chris, can you put that on the screen for them? Follow me on Instagram, Hot Dude Life. It'll probably be right.
And it's in the description as well. His Instagram is there in the link.
Instagram as
and he's tagged in there.
Podcast.
But this is it right here. We're gonna put it up for you guys right now.
There you
Hot
go.
Dude Life is his Instagram. Go follow him there on Instagram, guys.
There
also subscribe to his channel, Modern Life Dating.
Yep.
And then also, guys, like the video, bro.
Yeah,
How many likes are we at? We got 3,700 you guys in here right now, and we only got I see 2.1K likes. Guys, get us to at least 3K. You know what I'm saying?
And we're gonna show what girls right now, man. Who's doing this content for you guys?
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Yep.
We're working hard. We're the number 1 bad podcast in the world for a reason, guys. So stay tuned. We're gonna have an after hour show here in a second. Thank you guys so much.
Peace.
And follow John on Instagram and on YouTube. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. It's tagged in the description. Peace.